Yep. And we should be live. We might be live. And it says we're live. What's going on, D-Bags? Hope you guys are doing well. We're back here again with another episode of the dtalks podcast, episode 204 to be exact. My name is Darren. Feel free to connect with me at any of the links down below. And if you're new here and you enjoy music, podcasts, comedy, or hooping videos, do consider subscribing, as we've got a whole lot of that going on around here. And when you do subscribe, leave a like, hang out with us in the live chat like you're going to do tonight. Helps us share conversations and laughs like we're having today with more people. So do consider doing that. Helps us out a ton. And I know I've been saying it, stressing it a lot the last few weeks, but if you don't want to miss an episode and you want to be a part of the conversation, don't forget to turn on notifications, because I have tons of people, they're like, Darren, you said something that was factually incorrect, okay? You're saying things that make absolutely no sense in any variation of this multiverse, okay? You're saying absolutely dumb shit, but I want to correct you on it. And I'm like, hey, buddy, turn on notifications, and you'll be able to do that live, okay? So make sure you do that. Now, before I introduce my guest this week, got to talk to you guys a little bit about your grooming, because you're messing up, okay? It's week number 2. We got the new homies in here. We got Go Nutz in the building. We've all been there before, right? It's date night. Maybe you waited a little bit too long to trim the hedges, take care of business down there. And now what was maybe a cutesy little garden is now a sprawling rainforest of sorts, a sweaty mess, okay? I've been there. You've been there. We've all been there. So what do? You reach for that cheap razor maybe you picked up from your random convenience store. I don't know if I can legally say the one that starts with a W, but you know what I'm saying. You reach for that. You got it for $20. Some year you don't even remember. You don't even know if it's charged. And you start putting it down there, and you realize you're playing a dangerous game, okay? It's not worth it. You're putting your most precious jewels at risk, okay? You don't got to do that anymore. You got to go Nutz. Go Nutz is a brand new, first of its kind personal groomer that's unique design, is unlike anything else on the market. So quit playing yourself with these other products that swear they're going to protect you but have nothing different about them than any other razor that's come before. They're using the same tech, and they're going to give you the same nicks and cuts anyways. So put your pre-order in now to secure yours today at thegonuts.com. It's also linked down below. One last time, that's thegonuts.com. It's your time to get your grooming right and go nuts. With all that good stuff out of the way, I am pumped, actually. Very, very excited to be chatting with my guest this week. She's a published author, if my research does me correct, a Greek dancer, and more recently a YouTuber. Let's give a wet detox welcome to Koko Tsioutsiopoulos.
Yo, what up? I don't know if I'm on the screen right now.
And I got the name right.
You did.
Right. Yeah, you gave me the tutorial beforehand.
Yeah. Okay, let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. You were right. Like, the camera's turned on, and I'm like, oh, God, I'm so scared. Yes! I was like, chill out. It's fine. I felt my body, tense up the second you, started doing the ad read. I was like,
all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is real.
Yeah,
I
was like, we live online.
Yeah, yep. It's like all of a sudden I'm in a suit and tie, and this is, or maybe you're taking a test. It's a standardized test or something. Just anxious, all up in here. But let's break some anxieties. We've got some sweet tarts here. These are new sweet tarts.
Hell yeah.
Okay, we got a lot to get into today, but I figure we break the ice with some candy here. I love sweet tarts. Yeah. I'm a sour candy kind of person. How about yourself?
I love sour candy. Is sweet tarts that sour though?
I feel like, they're tangy.
Yeah, I like the really long ones. The ones at the movie theater.
The ropes.
Yeah,
the ropes.
That's my go-to.
You know, those used to be called. They did so they existed when we were maybe 5-6 years ago. Mm-hmm. Maybe even before I was in college. They were called Kazools.
What?
They were still under the Sweet Tarts brand, but they were called Kazools.
But it was Sweet Tarts Kazools.
Yeah, and they didn't have them in theaters. They were they tried to sell them in stores, and they didn't do well, and so then it just stopped selling them, and then they came back with the ropes.
Sounds familiar, but also I have this thing where I think I could convince myself of anything. So
you gaslight yourself.
I really do.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
It's useful. It's useful sometimes.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've been saying, I was like, I want to get more delusional.
Yeah. No, because think about it. If you, let's say you there's just something you just can't fathom, something you just can't deal with, maybe even traumatic experiences, you could just gaslight yourself into thinking they never happened.
Oh wait,
maybe that's what I need to do.
I'd be doing that.
You'd be doing that?
Yeah.
So I need to step up.
I gotta unpack some of that probably, but
we can unpack
for now. It's good.
We'll unpack it over some new sweet tarts. So Sweet Tarts dropped a new. I don't know how new this is. It said it was new at the store. It was at Jewel, and it's Sweet Tart gummies. And I got finessed because I thought it says one side sweet and one side tart.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, I felt the package and I was like, oh, one side is hard and one side is a gummy, which sounds awesome. Like I thought it was like
invent it.
Well, it's their brand.
No, you can't like don't take their brand, but like invent it. Like Mr. Beast made the Feastables. Like I don't know what you.
I don't have the technology to create sweet tarts yet.
Get more delusional.
Yes. Okay. That's what I need to do.
Don't limit yourself.
So I felt the package and I go, oh man, it must be hard on one side and soft on the other. That sounds cool. Like a gusher and a sweet tart or something.
Heck yeah.
It is just fully squishy.
Yeah.
Just 2 tones. So I don't know if you want to pull out a tape. We'll taste this live.
Blue flavor.
Okay, you got blue. I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna try.
Do you think it actually is like split down the middle? Like if I just bite like this side, it would just be sweet, and this side would be like tangy?
I don't know. I don't believe.
Oh, am I close enough to the mic?
Hello. Oh, you're probably good.
Yay.
All right. Check this out. Show the camera what we got going here. This is how big. It's duotoned. It's 2-tone. Can you see that? I don't even know if you can see that. What's that?
You gotta put the hand behind it.
Oh, my hand behind it? Oh, shit. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. You've got a blue one.
Did you already eat some of it?
No, a little piece of it fell out.
Oh, I thought we were doing this together.
I had it yesterday. Okay. Well, cheers.
Wait.
Give me a Nutz, okay? And we'll try it. And you got blue and I have yellow. What do we rate it? Wait, you like regular sweet tarts, right?
I do. Okay.
How does it stack up?
The blue one tastes exactly like a sweet tart.
Okay.
And it's squishy. I don't know about the other flavors, but the blue, that's fine.
You like it?
I like gummy candy.
You like gummy candy better
I do.
Wow.
I love gummy candy. Give me gummy worms.
I thought about canceling the show today, and this is why. I knew there was something wrong.
Are you serious?
I knew there was something. No, I was never going to cancel. I would never fucking cancel.
You should have.
But, oh, wow.
We would have never met.
No, the yellow is okay. It's all right.
Yellow? Okay, my brother, he literally, like, will eat around the yellow and orange candies.
Really?
Yeah, he just doesn't like the flavor. And then he'll just, like, have the bag and be like, here you go.
Here you go.
It's like, bro, I don't want that.
I don't like banana-flavored shit, but I like the sweet tarts is like lemon. So,
yeah,
I'm cool with that. But I don't like banana candy.
I like Laffy Taffy. Like the
Laffy Taffy banana?
Yeah.
Dude.
That's, like, my favorite one. Whoa.
This is going to be a long
Look
episode.
at us,
this
two friends with different opinions.
No, I'm just kidding.
Bro, wait, let me tell you something.
Okay.
I have a present for you.
You have a present for me?
Yeah, I've been holding it in my hand this whole time.
Really?
Yes.
Holy, so is it sweaty? Is it sweaty and ready to...
It's a little sweaty.
Okay.
But it's okay. Okay, wait, where's camera? Yay. Okay, so this is an evil eye, and like Greek people, they call it the mati.
Oh, okay.
And it's for protection.
Oh.
And it protects you from like bad energy and bad vibes, so you could hang it up like around your studio. Yeah, and sometimes like people are sending you bad energy without even being aware of it, because like jealousy can be bad energy. So if someone's like, dang, Darren's hair's so nice, like I wish my hair was like Darren's hair.
I don't think any guests have come on and thought that, but I appreciate it.
I mean, I like it. But dude, yeah, if they think that, then they're like sending you like bad energy because they're like, I want that for myself.
The evil eye.
Yeah, man.
What was it? How does it said in Greece?
Mati. So that just means eye.
Eye. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And so where does that come from? Where does this like, what's the backstory of it?
Bro, I don't even know, man.
You don't know?
I mean,
I feel like you gotta know. You got the get up. So we'll explain here. Okay.
Yeah.
You're dressed. You've got the garbs on right now. I don't know. I don't know what we would call this. I'm sure I'll find out in a second. Yeah. But you are, as your Instagram handle says, you're a Greek princess.
Oh, okay. Maybe not like by the law.
No,
but
but okay. But so you're.
Wouldn't that be crazy if I was though?
Yeah. So you are Greek.
I am.
And you're living here in Milwaukee. I introduced you obviously as a dancer as well. And so there's a lot to unpack there. So I wanna touch on that. First, let's get into what you're wearing today.
Yeah, so this is a traditional Greek dance costume. So all the costumes, they come from like different areas. So obviously there's different things that go with that. This style is more like a Queen Amalia style costume. So she was just like a queen who was in Greece.
Queen Amidala?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
dude, no, seriously.
Is that inspired by that, maybe?
I think maybe.
Because they filmed, actually, what was I going to say? A lot of Naboo is from episode. I don't know if you're a Star Wars person, if you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, because,
they filmed it at Lake Como, Italy.
Okay.
So, like
kind
similar
of neighbors,
area.
maybe,
Similar area.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But, no, actually, I was looking at it, and, because I really want to get a lot of different Greek dance costumes, and I really love the traditional outfits in that aspect. So I went to a Greek dance museum, and I was looking at the clothes, and I was like, yo, So much of this just straight up looks like it's from Star Wars.
Dude, George Lucas copped your guys'
Dude,
swag.
he did, I think.
Okay, I bet he...
I don't blame him.
Yeah,
but
I mean, that's what we do, right? That's what the whites do.
Culture vultures, let's go.
Yeah, why not? So you got, okay, so we've got the gear on. What I mentioned that you're a dancer.
Yes.
Okay, what is, for people that are ignorant, which is people as me,
yeah.
what is Greek dance?
So Greek dance is just like the traditional dancing. So you would do it at like different celebrations, like weddings and stuff, and it's usually done in groups, and it's just a really celebratory and fun thing to do.
What kind of, if you could describe the style of dance to, like, because I think I have had a dance instructor on before, and I'm curious what like differentiates it specifically.
Yeah, I feel like I should have came more prepared for this answer because it's just like I know what it is,
like,
and I'm just like everyone knows.
All right, what's a move we could do? Is there a move we could do from the waist up that people could see?
No, because it's mostly done with your feet.
With the feet, okay.
Yeah.
Could you do it with your hand?
I mean,
like your hand is a foot, or your
bro, my hands don't move the same way my legs do.
That's fair.
Like,
that's fair.
Come on now.
I saw you guys. So I mentioned you guys performed. By you guys, I don't know who else was with you. I know you were in it, and there were some other people in similar get up and whatnot. You guys performed at the Pfizer.
Yes, for the Bucks halftime show. So my brother, all my brothers danced with me. I have 3 brothers, and we did the Bucks halftime show 2 years in a row now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking badass,
dude. It's sick.
Okay, so first off, how do you get linked up with them? How does that happen?
Yeah.
Is that I know Giannis he was from
he called me and like no.
Yeah. The Antetokounmpos were like,
yeah, for sure. The Antetokounmpos, they just called me up. We besties.
Dude, badass.
So what happened was my brother, he's just like obsessed with the Bucks. So he was always just like talking to people who work there and kind of like trying to find a way in. And for, I don't remember how many years, maybe 3, 4, possibly even 5.
Damn.
We did the pregame show. So there's like nobody there for that. The stands are really empty, but it's still like, hey, we're here. We're performing on the court.
How often?
So it would be like once every year, usually in December, because that's when his birthday is, Yanni's birthday.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I just need to touch base on that. So I always say Yanni because that's how you pronounce it in Greek, and people like clown me like I don't know about basketball because they're like, it's Giannis, and I'm like.
You're like, yeah, I don't know about basketball, but I do know fucking culture,
and it's
bro.
not like that I'm trying to be mean or be like, but it's like I know like 40 Yannis. So that's just like how I'm used to saying it.
Yeah.
It's not me being like, this is the real way. Like I'm literally like, that's how my tongue goes when I say that name.
I get it. Yeah. I get it. Okay.
So
Yanni.
Yeah,
that's dope.
And then his brother's Thanasi.
Oh, it's not
Thanasis or however they say
it. Okay. Wow, what's the other one? Kostas.
Costa. He has the same name as me. My real name's Kostadina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Costa, and then Kostadina is the female version of that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you got any of that in your DNA?
Oh, dude, I'm a baller.
Yeah.
No, okay. So the Greek churches, they have like little basketball leagues, and I don't know what it is, but for some reason I'm just like feet taller. Maybe not feet taller, but I'm way taller than all the other Greek girls.
Yeah.
So they would always like recruit me to play.
You were Shaquille in the post.
Dude, but I'm so bad at playing. Like I cannot shoot to save my life, but I could just like.
Yo, you just swatting them.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so maybe you and Giannis have some similarities that you don't know about.
We're the same.
So you guys get connected and you start doing this dance like once a year in the pregame, and now you've worked your way up. You're doing a halftime show.
Yeah, so the past 2 years it has been the halftime show, and it's not a guaranteed thing either.
Yeah.
It's just like something that they're like, hey, we like this. So if they like come up to us again and like, hey, would you like to do this? Because they have a Greek night.
Yeah.
So obviously they want to try to like make it more themed. So they kind of approach us because we've been doing it all these years. So.
Yeah. That's cool. So does like when you guys do something like that, does Giannis or Yanni, does he get excited about it? Does he come up to you guys and be like, hey, that was dope? Or does he not say anything? Is he in the zone?
It's just like he is not like really able to talk to us. He always has like so much security and like so many barriers. So we haven't really like had a chance to chill with him, you know?
Yeah.
But this year they came out on the court and like the Nazis was like kind of like dancing and clapping along, so that was cool.
What would you do if fucking Giannis just pulled up and he started doing the shit with you guys?
Dude, you're gonna think I'm lying. I'm not. They contacted my brother because they knew we were doing the halftime shows for a commercial for some type of headphones that Yanni was like endorsing. I think it was like a year ago or something. Yeah, and they wanted to have a hip hop dancer teach him some moves to like dance to the music and then do some Greek dancing. So my brother was able to like film that commercial with them, and he got to teach Yanni like some traditional Greek dances.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sure if he's a fan of basketball, that's probably was fucking awesome.
Yeah, like he wasn't supposed to take pictures, and allegedly he may have. He may have
some.
Perhaps.
Potentially.
Exactly.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's super cool. How is it getting to perform like that in front of? Is it something that like you guys were trained in, or is it like something that like you just know from doing it potentially at events and whatnot?
Yeah. So they have Greek schools and then also Greek dance classes because people want their kids to like be involved in the culture and like stay connected. Mm-hmm. So in Arizona, they have a ginormous Greek community. So I was originally from Arizona. Yeah. So I started like dancing.
Why is there, if you don't mind me asking, I don't mean to cut you off, why is there a huge Greek community out there?
I think in Arizona, like the people aren't as new to America. They're not like fresher immigrants. Yeah. If that makes sense. And I don't know if I'm 100% right. Yeah. But I think like when people come here, they want to be like more American. They don't want to be like Greek people. They kind of want to assimilate and fit in. Yeah. So it's like they did that and they kind of lost the culture. So now, like, after so many generations, they're like, we want it back. So the culture's so strong. Of it. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So I think that's very much that.
Okay. So you're in Arizona and you're just, is it like, what are the kind of events, you know, I know some events of other cultures of significance, right? What are some in like Greek culture that people are
we have a lot of the same thing, because like, our holidays, we just kind of go really hard. So like Easter, like everyone celebrates Easter, but we run on a different calendar. And when we do our Easter, we have very, like, I don't know, we roast a lamb on a spit and then we only dye our eggs red. And there's different traditions where you like go to church at midnight and have these candles. And like every kid has a story where the candle wax like would go down their hands and you're crying. Yeah. It's just like Greek things, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, but it's fair. No, that sounds like that would be tough. Yeah. That would be tough. Some
crazy
melting wax in my hands.
Yeah. No, a lot of people, I think what we did is we would take like cups, like paper cups, and cut a little hole in it. So there's techniques.
Yeah. So there's ways to finesse it.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, okay. Man. So you kind of just pick this up as you're growing up, and then you move to, when do you come to Milwaukee?
I came to Milwaukee when I was like 8.
Okay. Yeah. Very cool. And any specific reason for that, or?
So most of my dad's family, they lived here. So they all came here from Greece. They were kind of living in like the Milwaukee, Chicago area. I don't know why exactly, but then him and one of his brothers moved to Arizona. So then he came back here and he did the restaurant with his brother. So it's a very Greek stereotype that they own restaurants.
I've heard that, yeah.
Yeah, so we own a restaurant, but the funny thing about ours is like everyone's like, "Oh, do you have good gyros there?" Like, no, we got a cowboy restaurant.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, you guys got like a Texas Roadhouse, or what you got?
It's like a Texas Roadhouse, but better.
Better? Oh,
yeah. Shit. It's Briscoe County Wood Grill.
I'm gonna have to pull up.
Menominee Falls. You should go there.
I'm gonna have to pull up.
Dude, it's good.
Who you guys got? Good servers out there?
Yeah, we do.
Because I'm a good tipper. So I'll pull up support.
Dude, George, he's Greek.
Okay.
Have him as your server. He's funny.
You guys only hire Greek people?
Yeah. No, just kidding.
That's fucked up.
We out here discriminating? No, we don't.
Jesus Christ. That's hilarious. So, okay, so you guys have the restaurant. What are some other stereotypes that are or are not true?
Shoot.
Greek stereotypes. What's like something that because you mentioned that there was maybe a time where the people were, especially in the Arizona area, right? Yeah. Where people were trying to like assimilate and they're trying to like get away from whatever, and now that things are coming back. Is there anything that's like seen as like trying too hard, or any weird things that maybe someone who's not like doesn't have a culture like that would be like, this is kind of weird? Whenever I tell friends about this, it's kind of different.
Okay, I will say this. So my mom is actually not Greek,
Mm-hmm.
but she has really worked hard to like become part of the culture. Like she taught Greek school. She's the one who
Wow.
taught us, like brought us to Greek dance, those type of things.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, there's like this superiority thing where like we would get bullied for being half Greek.
Really?
Dude, it's so dumb.
I feel like that's, you know what's messed up about that is that's like within so many cultures.
Yeah, it's so weird because it's like, I don't know, my dad, like I was telling him about it and he's like, that's just weird because it's like if you go to Greece and they go to Greece, everyone's just going to look at you guys like Americans.
Yeah.
So there's that. And I don't know, man.
That's so weird. You know what? It's just weird because it's like, what different, I don't know, what difference does it make if someone's appreciating
Yeah.
the culture? Like I think of it from a standpoint of like there are a lot of like religions too where people
Yeah.
like get weird if like someone's trying to join it and they were of something else and people get looked down on that. Like it's almost
Yeah.
like the in all these like vampire shows where there's like a half blood and a pure blood vampire and it's
No,
like
for
dude, it's
sure.
so dumb. Like they're
Like
fucking
Harry Potter.
Yeah,
like I'm a mudblood. Like it's why.
they're trying to fucking appreciate the same things as
Yeah,
you.
it's
Like
like
they're
you
trying
guys
to
had to be Greek. Like my mom chose to be Greek.
Yeah.
So.
Shit. So she's like more Greek than
Yeah.
you in some ways.
I mean.
in other ways, not at all. But
Yeah.
yeah. Do you think? I don't know if you've ever asked it. Maybe if this is out of pocket, you can tell me it's out of pocket.
Okay.
You think either one of your parents saw had a fetish for
Yes.
your mom? You think your mom
My
has
mom,
a Greek
yes!
fetish?
Dude,
She's
I've
into
never
Greek.
said it out loud, but for real, like,
Dude.
she's always like, her mom brought her to Greek festivals when she was young, and she was like, oh, they always smelled so good, and they were nice to me, and then it's just like, bro.
Dude, it just imprinted
Dude,
on her.
Okay, I think my mom's watching this live, so sorry, Mom.
Shout out, Mom.
Shout out,
Mom.
Christina.
Oh, Christina's in the
Oh, no,
chat.
what is she saying?
She said, "Go Koko, love you." That was before that, so
Okay.
this is on a delay, so she'll find out in a couple seconds.
No, but like,
So you think she was into Greek guys?
yeah, she
and Dad
dated a
fit
lot
the
of
bill?
Greek guys who own different restaurants.
Jesus Christ.
And she's like, she knew like different guys from different islands.
Did your dad's restaurant have the best food? Is that what it was?
Dude, I don't know. He had a different restaurant back then.
Maybe
so
that was the
who
switch up. She was
knows?
like, I'm sick of these euros. I love Greek culture, but I need some fucking Texas
She's
Roadhouse
like, Give
elevated.
me that steak.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that's so funny that
That's-
you asked that. Oh my god.
That's hilarious. Yeah, see.
Sorry, Mom.
I'm getting people in trouble today. That's what we do. That's what we do. We touched on a little bit of you growing up, like your time.
Yeah.
You moved here when you were 8 and whatnot. When I was looking you up, I saw that you published a children's book.
I did. Listen, I'm out here doing side quests.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, here's the thing. Right as you said that, I remembered some of the other things I had in my bag.
Okay, let's do
So-
that. Let's do that.
so
What's on?
let's-
Wait, what's on the bag first? You got a thing on there.
I got my Monty, baby.
Okay, so you got your
Yeah.
eye too.
Dude, protection at all times.
Yeah.
These haters are really out
So
there.
it's blue and
Oh, am I too
white.
far away?
Blue and white is the colors.
Yeah, that's the typical ones, but they have different ones. Like in Greece, I got some pink ones, and I'm a little girly girl, so I like that.
You like the pink too?
Yeah, but they look weird.
Okay.
I will say I like the blue.
Does
the
Giannis
best.
ever put this on his shoe or anything?
Dude,
he should do that. Yeah.
My brother would know.
Then he wouldn't have to sit out and us blow a playoff
Dude.
series to the Miami Heat. I do love the Miami Heat though this year. I love Jimmy Butler, so
Listen,
I'm sorry.
I
if that-
literally just know about the Bucks.
Okay, you just
like
know
if
Yanni.
the Bucks aren't on TV, I'm not watching basketball.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
That's just me.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
that makes sense.
dude, check this
Okay,
out.
what do we have? What do we
Okay,
have
so this is from when we did Greek night,
Mhm.
and we didn't wear this. Originally, we were gonna wear it to perform, but then they said we couldn't because it has the players on it.
Mm.
But I designed it myself, and it has Yanni and Thanasis in Greek. Am I?
Oh shit, dude! You made that?
I did.
Dude, that's fucking
Dude,
dope.
look at their faces. Like, okay, maybe
Greek
you're
night.
not Yanni so much, but like Thanasi, bro.
No, that looks good. Here, let me hold this up. I'll hold this up into the camera here so you guys can see. Look at that. Did you do the faces too?
I made the shirt.
Dude, it is fucking, I mean, you guys won't be able to see that in its all of its glory, but I'm trying to do this fucking backwards. There we go. It is good, dude.
Dude, stop.
That's
Thank
fucking
you.
good, dude. Greek night. Opa. What does that mean?
Opa, it's like, woohoo, yay, cheer. Oh, that's another thing. I don't know how much like Greek stereotype stuff you know, but like
not a lot.
We be smashing plates.
Oh, you guys be breaking plates?
Yeah, we break plates.
What's that about? Why are we doing that?
I don't know. It's just fun.
Wasteful.
Maybe.
Potentially.
Okay, but here's the thing. My mom wanted to get new dishes for our house, and when my brother had his graduation, we broke the old plates.
That's cool.
Yeah, but the thing is you're supposed to use clay plates when you break them because they just break nicer.
Yeah.
So we used the chicken plates.
Oh, okay.
The chicken plates. They were glass plates.
That'll shatter.
They shattered, and like people were leaving the party with like little like what is that like? Oh God, what is the word? When there's like the bomb goes off and the little like.
Oh, like ricocheting?
Maybe.
Like,
that's not the exact word
shards?
I was looking for, but yeah.
Okay.
That they were just getting hit in the leg. It was crazy.
That sounds like it could be dangerous, but that's fair.
But live on the edge.
Did you guys ever have zoo pals?
Yeah. We can't be smashing those though.
Yeah,
they're
those
paper.
are fire. Yeah, but they're fire.
They're cute.
I don't know why. You said plates, and I never got them.
You never had Zoo Pals.
The commercials had me sold.
Dude.
And me and my siblings would ask like every fucking week, and my parents would just say no, absolutely
Dude, I
not.
guess my parents just love me, so
yeah, that must be what it is.
I had Zoo Pals.
That must be what it is. You mentioned Greek stereotypes and whatnot. Are you somebody who has to like, if dating wise?
Yeah.
Would you have to date somebody that's also?
No, my mom's not Greek, bro.
I know. Well, I just don't know, like, because you're
it's
very
a good
in
question,
the culture.
yeah.
You know.
For me, I don't really think it's my move. Maybe one day I'll change my mind, but I feel like the funnel of Greek men is kind of like their moms baby them their whole life, and then they get babied by their wives.
You know, I've heard that I've not heard that about Greek people, but I've heard that about just certain groups of immigrants, people, just because it's just kind
like,
of,
bro, pick up your socks.
Yeah,
like,
just kind of the way
that's my thing. It's
like,
I like
tough.
that you want to provide for me. That's great, but like, I don't want to touch
can't
your
now.
stinky socks every day.
Well, the thing is, you can't now, right? It's fucking, we got capitalism, bro. We got capitalism out here. We can't fucking make enough money.
Okay, so maybe I don't understand capitalism.
So I'm saying he can't.
I was like,
there's no way he's gonna be able to
pops
provide.
Off, I think.
You think it'd be popping off for you?
I mean, okay, my dad literally came from Greece,
That's
and
true.
when I say
true,
this, like, he lived in a mud house. Like, that's
Yeah.
not a fairy tale story. Like, he lived in a house made out of mud. Sometimes they didn't have like food to eat, so they would just like, his mom like had a pot and put rocks in it and was just like, oh yeah, the food's almost done, just so they wouldn't go to bed hungry. Like, they think the food's almost done, and then they'd like fall asleep waiting for the food. So it's like they were living like
That's
that.
dark, man.
Yeah,
That's
you
sad.
know, and it's just like he was able to like come here, like, and then he has a house in Greece now, like in the village that he grew up in. We have a house here, a great business.
What did he do to start then? What did he do when he first got here?
So I know he worked for like other Greek people, and then just kind of like they all tell each other the things. That's why they all have like restaurants mostly, is because they tell each other, this is what I learned like doing my restaurant. So they help each other out.
What is there a specific area in Milwaukee that is predominantly Greek? You know, is there like a little Greek town?
Yeah, we don't really have one in Milwaukee, but there's definitely like a Greek town area in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Have you been?
Have I been to Greek town?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They have Greek parades like for Greek Independence Day. So they have like parades there, and they have really good bakeries and food.
Okay, again.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
I know. And my problem is I think you know.
Yeah, I don't. Trust me. That's how this show works. I don't know anything.
No, but it's really
so
good.
I ask,
You don't
and then it
know,
teaches
because then it like
things.
oh my god.
Because I'm learning, so they learn.
Yeah.
What country was Greece declaring its independence from?
Turkey. Yes.
Fucking Turkey.
Slaves 400 years.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. And one of the things, bro.
Are we cool with them now, or are we not cool with them?
No comment.
We're not cool.
Side eye.
Shit, bro.
Side eye.
Shit, man. I will say this, dude. Like, I have friends that just are, come from different cultures, come from different backgrounds, and they have such a better like understanding. They get such a better education on these things than I was ever given. I am college educated.
I'm not.
I went to college and I know nothing about like foreign affairs and like things that have happened, like other beef between other countries, or like stigmas between different cultures and all these different things. Like, I almost think it's on purpose so that we don't know. So that when
stupid.
They send whatever drone strike somewhere, we just are like, I guess that's what needed to happen.
We have to do it.
We had to do it. But yeah, I just don't know anything. So
yeah, no. Dude, okay.
So Turkey was
yes.
fucking with our people.
And let me tell you, like, for Greek kids, they didn't think there was a time that's appropriate to, like, tell the kids. They just told us right away. And we would do, like, Greek Independence Day plays. And, like, we had to memorize these poems, different things. I was literally telling my friend about this the other day. But one weekend, we did the Greek Independence play. And our play, I think I was, like, probably 10, 11 when we did this. And they were like, so the Turkish men wanted to marry the Greek woman, and they didn't want to be forced to marry these men. So they went to this mountain and danced and then jumped off one by one. And they made us go on a stage and jump off, pretending to kill ourselves. What? Bro, but I was like, whoa, that's so cool of these women. That's like, I was like, this is our history. Hell yeah. So I went to school, like, after that weekend, and the teacher's like, what did anyone do this weekend? And I was like, ooh, pick me.
Yeah, yeah.
And I told them, and then, like, she never picked me again.
She was like,
when it was like, what'd you guys do this weekend? She never picked me again.
God damn. She's like, that kid's not allowed to talk.
She's like, no.
You were so excited. You're like, I actually enacted suicide this weekend.
I sacrificed myself.
For the future generations. That's cool, though.
Hell yeah.
Did they really do that? Did they jump off a fucking mountain?
So last summer, I went to the place that they actually did it, and they have this ginormous, like, monument there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't, like, really eerie being there. I thought it would be. It was weird. It was really hot. That was probably what it was. Like, I was dying.
Maybe that's what it was. They were like,
It was so hot. I was going to, like, just melt away. And then I was like, yo, there's wild goats up here. So there was, like, little goat poop on the path. And then there was goats. And I was like, whoa.
Wow, dude.
So it definitely, like, I don't know. I love animals. So that took away from the, like, eeriness.
Made you a little less scared, for sure. A little less weird. Yeah, because it is probably a little morbid.
Yeah, and I think the thing, like, this is the thing that's also crazy. I really went up there and was, like, taking pictures holding my book next to this, like, monument. And I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Like, now that I'm looking back on it, I'm like, maybe not the move.
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah.
I'm like, hee.
Yeah, you're like, wow, this is so lit.
They killed themselves.
Yeah, dude, yeah. Yeah, that's a weird thing to think about when it comes to that. Shout out to the Parthenon store in Milwaukee. Parthenon. I don't know, yeah.
Who said that?
We got Delza in the chat.
I don't know who that is, but yeah, shout out to the Parthenon store.
Yeah, what is that? I don't know what that is.
It's just a Greek store.
Oh, okay. What do they sell?
Greek stuff,
just
man.
Like a Greek food store or like Greek?
Yes, and they have like, okay, so phyllo dough is like used in a lot of food. So I would say it's kind of like, you know how like some pastries have like that flaky type of...
Like a croissant?
Yes, like a croissant. Maybe, no. I don't know how to explain it. It's like paper thin, and then you use it. You could make something savory. So there's like spanakopita, which is like a spinach pie, and it's spinach and feta cheese. Or you could do something like garlic the vertical, which is like very sweet, like custardy.
Okay.
So it's not something that you'd find in a regular store, but it's something that's like very much used in Greek cooking. Also hilapitas, which are like square noodles. Not noodles. They're like just flat little pastas.
Is there cheese involved?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm big on anything with cheese involved.
Yeah.
I'm
then
there.
you'd like saganaki.
Okay.
That's flaming cheese.
Flaming cheese.
Yes. You've never seen that?
No. What
Bro,
is that?
come to the Greek festival.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were telling me actually before we went live. There's one coming up.
Yeah, there's one coming up, and I actually teach the little children's dance group. And it is the weekend of June, I think 9th, 10th, and 11th, or 10th, 11th, 12th, whatever
Here
that weekend
in
is.
the city, in Milwaukee.
In Milwaukee. Actually, in
Badass.
Tosa, more so.
Okay.
But
Gotcha.
yes, sir.
Wow. That's super cool.
Yeah, but the flaming cheese.
Flaming cheese. Yeah, what is it?
Yeah,
Break it down.
so, bro, it's just me just living this life and not knowing exactly what type of cheese it is. But it's like a square of cheese. They flour it up, and then I believe they put like brandy or something on it, and then they literally light it on fire.
Oh, and they do like a...
Yeah, and it goes like whoosh, and then they go, oppa, and then they take the lemon and put the fire out with the lemon.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going to get some.
Do it.
I'm going to try it.
Also,
yeah.
Greek fries. That's something that, like, people just don't know about, and it goes so hard.
Greek fries.
Yeah, so, like, French fries, except for you have feta cheese crumbles over it, oregano, and then lemon juice.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
What kind of cut we talking? What are they usually?
I
Is
don't
there
know,
is there
just
a
like
specific?
your regular, like, little French fries. So not McDonald's fries, but like the thick fries, but not the wedges.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
just French fries,
Just
man.
regular fries.
Yeah.
But Greek fries, not French
the
fries.
Greek, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, fuck those Frenchies,
dude,
bro.
forget about the French fries. They didn't even know what they were doing. Just salt. Come
yeah,
on.
they were-
Season your food.
They were close, but yeah, we weren't
they were
there.
clowning.
The food. Okay. Okay. Dielza actually gave me something from that store. I don't know what it was that I ate, but I ate something from there that I think what you were just describing earlier of the bread. With the
like the
flakiness.
phyllo dough?
Yeah, I ate something that had cheese in the inside.
Oh, maybe
Like it was like a sweet. The cheese. I don't know. Was the cheese sweet? You had some.
It was like a cinnamon roll or something.
It was kind of like a cinnamon roll.
Oh, I don't know.
But cheese in the middle.
There's just so many.
And it was
like,
flaky.
Greeks, they love cinnamon. They love their cheese.
And I
they
warmed
love
it up.
lemon.
We put it in the air fryer.
Yeah.
And it was very good.
Ooh, okay, well, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, it was
Come to
very
Greek
good.
Fest still,
I'm
man.
gonna have
That's
to
all
come
I'm
to Greek
saying.
Fest. I forgot we got off there for a second. You did a children's book.
I keep getting out of here.
That's okay. That's totally okay.
Yeah.
You got a children's book that you wrote. I wanted to
do.
talk about
It's
today.
right here.
It's not a skirt.
Yes.
Wow.
So this is a traditional Greek like soldier outfit, and that's what they have the kids wearing. And obviously, like if a kid hasn't grown up wearing this, they're gonna be embarrassed to wear that. Like an 8-year-old, if you just randomly tell him put on some tights and the skirt.
Like a kid, especially if he's like living in the States playing Fortnite.
Exactly.
Like, he's not gonna.
No, straight up. Yeah, that's the thing. And like the Greek dance groups, they have so many girls, but like there's barely any boys. And I wrote this book because I always Greek dance with my brothers, and we just had so many like great memories and experiences. We've made lifelong friends through that. We got to dance at the Bucks game. We got a ton of really cool opportunities. So I just want other people to like try dance, and like maybe you could have like these really awesome things in your life.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe the getup, the garb makes it maybe drive some of those young guys away?
I think it definitely does.
Is that what so that's kind of what the
that's
the
the story
purpose of the book.
Yeah, so the boy, his name's Nico, and he loves dancing, and then like he sees what the costume is like. So he's just been going to dance practice. You wear your regular clothes at dance practice. He sees what the costume is, and he's like, I don't want to dance anymore. And then like it goes up and down. It doesn't just
it's
go
a roller
straight.
coaster. It's
yes,
okay.
that you got to tease the audience, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, his papu, which means grandpa, ends up teaching him that like these are what the Greek soldiers wore, and it's like we see it as a symbol of pride and freedom, and like the brave heroes wore them. So he's like, dang, I wish I didn't say I wasn't gonna dance. But then grandma shows up and she has the costume. And the thing that's so cute is like this book is so. That's why I have such a hard time talking about it with people, because it is so near and dear and personal to myself. So, like, I even drew certain things in. So the boy, he's like watching.
Did you do the illustrations?
I wish.
Okay.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
I did not do them, but
They look great. They're
awesome. She popped off. But I keep like putting my chin on this microphone.
Oh, you're good. Here, hold that up just a little bit higher so they can see. Yeah.
So there's a boy, and he's like watching Yanni on the TV.
Yeah.
So I like drew inspiration from my brothers, and then like, you know how moms, they just kind of have their typical like mom things. He's like, oh, I don't want to Greek dance anymore. Maybe I'll like make saganaki and make dad proud. So there he is like with the flaming cheese. And then he's like, oh, maybe I'll be a basketball player. And then of course, like the mom being a mom, she's like, what if you did all three? Woohoo!
Wow.
And then let me see. So this page here, this is actually all the kids that I danced with.
Oh, yeah.
So this is my oldest brother, my brother who's a year younger than me. This is me. And then my youngest brother there. And then, like, these are all, like, actual people.
These are based off all real people.
Yes. And then the final page, too. So this girl right here, her name's Kat. And she was in the adult group when I was just a little kid. And I always saw her and I thought she looked so pretty and she was such a good dancer and had like so much passion. And I was like, bro, I want to be her. Yeah. So she was like my inspiration.
Dude, and now you are. You wrote a book. You teaching the kids.
Yeah. And like me and her are homies too. So it's like very full circle now.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So what's the process of getting a children's book published?
Yeah. So how it worked is I kind of just wrote the story one day and I was like, isn't this so cute, Mom?
Yeah.
And then she was like, yeah, you should get it published. And I was like, shoot, like I could do that. So what I did is I went on a website called KDP, which is Kindle Direct Publishing, and you can upload it onto there and then it automatically uploads to Amazon. So you don't even need to put any money into this. Like if you're broke, you can just make a book.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's nice.
I think I know a guy that did that actually.
Yeah.
Not as sentimental and heartfelt as this. I don't know what he might have been scamming, but
shoot.
So not as touching, but that's okay, cool. So you can just start, you can write a book if you have something of value.
And like for me, I am like technologically challenged. Like it just stresses me out. So I used to work at a preschool and the art teacher there, I was just like, do you know how to do this? Like, just explain it to me, because if I have to sit and read how to do it, it's going to stress me out. And he took everything and he did formatted the whole thing for me. And he was so great and amazing and helpful.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So shout out Andres. But,
wow,
yeah.
Shout out to him.
Yeah,
dude.
He's really cool.
That's so cool. So then you get it published, and how do we end up with a physical copy? Do they?
Because
you had it straight to Kindle.
Yeah.
Right?
So actually, it's through Kindle, but you have to upload it to Kindle. And there's like weird. Okay. So there's very distinct things that you need for the pages. And we had such a problem with it because when we were uploading this book, like we had to do there was little things like even if it was just a corner over the page, even if it was like something that we didn't care if it got cut out, they would not put it through. Yeah. So it was very precise. So we had to go through 6 different times and try to fix it before it got on there. And it was automatically just paperback. Yeah. And then you could just order it off of Amazon. Oh. And then they recently made it available where you can do a hardcover. And you could also do it on Kindle. And this is the part, I didn't want to get emotional. Yeah. But so my friend who did this, he actually passed away recently.
Oh, no.
And
sorry.
All the stuff was on his computer. I didn't have it, any copies anywhere else.
Yeah.
So it's just something that I was like, okay, I don't know. It was just overwhelming to figure out how to do that.
You don't want to open that up right now.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of put it to the side, but it is still a very special and heartfelt project to me.
Yeah. No, that's super cool. How has the reception of it? Have other people, Greek families or otherwise, bought the book or checked it out? And have you heard anything?
A lot of people have bought it, and it every single time someone sends me something, it just warms my heart so much. But I was just telling you, I was working at a preschool, and it was actually a Jewish preschool, and all the parents, when we released the book, from my class, they all bought a copy and were asking for me to sign it and different things.
Wow.
So it was really sweet. And I never thought about other people reading it. I was just I'm making this very niche, however that word is, for Greek kids. And I never thought of that expanding anywhere else. Yeah. So when all these people were like, we want your book, it was so exciting. And I don't know, it was sweet.
That's really cool, man. I don't know. I think it's a sweet story and a powerful message. I feel especially for young Greek kids. That's really cool.
Yeah, and it's a universal message. Just if you love something, it's such a hard thing, even at our age, to be if you love something, you can't worry about what other people are gonna think.
Yeah.
Because even if let's say the outfit wasn't even what the Greek heroes wore. Let's just say that's the outfit.
Yeah.
That shouldn't stop you from doing something you love,
Yeah. No, exactly.
Other people's opinions.
Yeah, if other people think it's weird, just okay, whatever. If it's what you genuinely want to do, especially if the kid loves dance, and then he's like, oh, I'm not going to do it because I have to wear that. That's sad. I'd be picture anything else, any other extracurricular activity, a sport, or some other sort of hobby that somebody's into, and it's oh, well, I'm not going to do it because I have to wear that. I know my friends are going to give me shit, or someone's going to give me shit.
For sure.
And most of the time, I will say, obviously people will have opinions no matter what, but I do think, especially as you get older, that there's a lot less of that.
Yeah, and I think, like, for me, I've always been very much about living a very authentic life.
Yeah.
Because I think people are kind of hardwired to want to fit in. Because it's like, if you go, like, back in time, it's like if you didn't fit in with the group.
You got stoned.
Yeah, not even, like, getting
you got
stoned.
Killed.
Like, let's say you're not in the group and you can't, like, protect yourself from, like, the woolly mammoth. Like, there's power in numbers.
Okay, yeah.
You know, or, like, you can't hunt a mammoth alone. So, like, you need to stay with your group.
You gotta have the homies.
Yes, but, like, now it's just, like, if there's so many, like, subcultures, so many different groups, it's like if these people aren't, like, letting you be your authentic self, like, you can go somewhere else. Like, you're not going to be out in nature and not be able to survive. Like, you need to find your people, like, find your tribe type thing.
And I think now, especially, like, obviously the world is a lot more, you know, we've come a long way from hunting woolly mammoths.
We have.
So, like, you don't have to worry about that. You can just be you. And I think we've developed in a way where everybody's lives are more nuanced than, like, I'm just this thing. Like, I can be a basketball player and appreciate this other thing. Or
For
I can,
sure.
you know, like, you don't have to, just because some of my friends do this thing and other of my friends do a different thing.
Bro,
like,
are you talking about the plot of High School Musical right now? He said,
I
want to play basketball
and
be
in
in the
theater.
musical.
You know what's crazy? In college, I was the captain of the basketball team.
You were Troy Bolton.
And I did do a half year of theater. So, yeah.
Wow.
I was
real
terrible.
Troy Bolton in the house.
Yeah, I was him.
That's still fun that you tried it, though.
I did try it. Yeah. I was very
And that's
nervous.
how you find out if you like something, man.
Yeah. I do actually like it. I don't think like play act like theater is where I would be okay.
And like you still use some of the skills you learned, like that ad read at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I was nervous. I was like, he just like
flipped it on.
Yeah, like for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
yeah,
impressive.
maybe I should have done some of the like warm ups they had us
like,
do. And they yeah. I sucked. Some of that
stuff.
I sucked at that stuff. I just thought it was like it's so hard when you're not used to it. Like you come in and everybody's just doing it, and you're like, whoa.
Dude,
it's a little culture shock.
Is like Greek dancing, like in front of all of Pfizer Forum. That stuff doesn't like freak me out. I'm pretty good with speech. Like if I have a planned speech and I know what I'm gonna say, I could speech anyone.
You could speech it up.
Oh yeah, I'll be at the White House, man.
Hell yeah.
But like if I have to sing, I'm a choir girl. Like I need a group behind me. Like anyone who can just sing, I'm like, that's sick.
Don't you do that? Don't you sing a little bit for some of these gigs that you do?
Well, I'm a faker. I'm a phony baloney.
You're a lip syncer?
No, because that's too bad. That's not good. But I'm a choir girl. When I'm Elsa, I'll turn on the like speaker. Elsa's singing with me. Idina Menzel's up in there, and we're singing together.
Yeah, okay.
And like on some of the notes, I just let her take over.
Yeah. So so I brought that up because I wanted to talk about that too. When I had Adam on, who was a friend of the show, he told me about how he will dress up as Spider-Man sometimes and show up to like kids' birthday parties, visit kids. Like it's sort of a side gig for him that he really enjoys doing. You do a similar thing.
Yes.
How does one? I kind of talked to him about his journey into that. How do you get roped into that? How do you start doing that?
I always was very much like in love with the Disney characters, and I always saw people who did like different cosplays and like party princess stuff. Like I never wanted like a regular life, and I was like, oh, people can just like do that as a job. That's really cool. But I didn't feel like we had really any good companies here, so I never really went for it. And so another thing about me, you know this, they don't know this, I did the Disney College program and I auditioned to be a character, and I found out they have a lot of different requirements, and I'm too tall to be any of the princesses.
What?
Yeah, I can
At
never,
like Disney World
yes,
or
I could never
Disneyland.
be a Disney princess.
Really? That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm too tall. I'm not a petite little girly.
Why can't they be tall? WNBA players can't be princesses?
No, they cannot.
Damn.
Because like the thing is they want them to all be like similar. I don't think a 6-year-old kid is gonna remember that like Cinderella from 2 weeks ago was a little shorter.
And let's be for real. How many times a year are these kids going to fucking Disney World?
Well, yeah, that's
kids.
the thing. But like, so they just want to keep it uniform. I also don't have the right nose to be a princess, but it's fine.
What?
Bro,
There's a nose requirement?
Let's not talk about my nose right now.
And if there's a nose requirement, I don't think I can be a princess.
I can be the ugly stepsister, so that feels really good for my soul.
Jesus.
But I think they would be really fun to play, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So I would love to play.
Playing a villain's always fun. I feel like you get to let loose a little bit. And
it's
just
like my true feelings come out. No.
Just let it go.
Like just be mean to kids.
Yeah.
Like you're annoying.
Spit on them. Fuck it.
My friend got spit on when she worked at Disney.
Really?
Yes, because I don't remember.
Maleficent or somebody who spit?
No, not by like a character. Like she worked there in one of the booths, and they raised the price of water. And I don't remember. Like it's been so long since I've been there, and I don't remember. I feel like the water was maybe like, was it $10? I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds
I might be wrong. It was maybe $6.
It's expensive.
They asked her, and they're like, "How much is the water?" And she answered, and they just spit in her face. I was like, bro, if that happened to me, I would get terminated from this job.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'm not taking that level of disrespect.
No way. No way.
Holy cow, dude.
I worked in like the Expedition Everest gift shop. I would have took them by the ear, dragged them to the top of Mount Everest, dropped them. Yeah. You don't spit in my face.
That's crazy, dude. Spit in someone's face over that. That's wow. I've never seen something like that. I had somebody one time.
Disney adults?
I wanted to ask you about that.
I'm a Disney adult though. But I mean, like, okay, there's a very specific kind. They're the annual pass holders, and they're basically like the Karens of Disney.
I know some.
They're so like entitled to everything. They're like, well, I'm an annual pass holder, so I think I should get this for $4. Like, I'm not in control of that, dude.
Yeah, I know some people. It's like if you're an annual fucking pass holder, you should know that the prices here are ridiculous, and they're always going to be ridiculous.
Well, and the thing too is like, I don't get why you feel so entitled to things, because they're like, I'm an annual pass holder, so I should be able to be at the front of the roller coaster. It's like, well, if you're an annual pass holder, you have the opportunity to come here every single day of the year, and some of these people, this is their only trip they're gonna like come here their whole life.
Yeah.
So if anything, get to the back of the line.
Yeah, I've never been. I've never been to Disney World or Disneyland.
Dude, you gotta come through. It's lit.
Yeah, I wanted to go. Once they put the Star Wars thing up too. I'm a huge nerd, so I heard Galaxy's Edge is cool.
Dude, I don't even mess with Star Wars like that. And it was so cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, I went with my boyfriend at the time, and he was really into like everything Star Wars, and they have this like special thing where you could like privately like build these lightsabers.
I saw that.
Yeah, and they have like this whole ceremony, and like you get a special pin, and I like recently got, bro, the pins at Disney. It's a problem.
They're fire?
Okay, so here's the thing about it. I've heard about them before I worked there, because I never went to Disney World before. I went to Disneyland because, like I said, I lived in Arizona. So at Disney World, when I worked there in merchandise, you get to wear the pins and do the pin trading. And I saw, like, the appeal, because the thing is like, certain people would come in, and it's just, like, it's only Ursula pins. So everyone has a very specific way of collecting, and you could find out so much about a person. And also, it just really brought people together. Like, these people would never talk at any other time, and they'd be like, hey, let me see your pins. Oh, I really like your collection. And it will be like a 50-year-old lady talking to a 12-year-old kid, and it's just like these interactions would have never happened unless they had like this pin trading thing.
I would tell that lady to get away from my kid. You can't have her fucking pins. Go watch some other movies.
Some people, like, I remember one time I was working, and this lady, she's like, it's my birthday, can I have a free pin? And you're only supposed to trade it, but I was like, sometimes you could lose pins, and you just tell your coordinator, like, oh, I lost this pin. Like, I need a new one. So I was like, okay, I'll give her a magical moment. I'll give her, like, a free pin for her birthday. Like, she asked nice.
So what did you do then for it? You were a pin giver? Or what did you do then?
I'm just out here.
So they were like, you're not a princess.
Yeah.
You're going to just hand out pins.
So originally, I was a ride operator in Pandora.
Pandora.
Yeah, like the world of Avatar.
Oh, Avatar, yes. Yeah,
dude, and it was so cool. And that was like right when but right when Pandora like first opened.
Yeah.
So it was the hottest place to be. It was always super crowded, and like everyone wanted to get on the ride. Like the ride I was operating, there was usually like a 6-hour wait for it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
And like in the morning, like part of the check was like, we have to make sure the ride works. So I would just like get on it without waiting any hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you, now that you've done it multiple times, would you wait 6 hours for it? If you were taking me as my first time and we're going to Disney World, will we wait 6 hours for that?
Well, here's the thing. I'm a finesser. So I'm going to be like, hey, I used to work here. And then maybe let them like get me to the front of the line.
Oh, shit.
But I'm not going to expect it. Like, I'm not entitled to it, but I would try to finesse it. But I think it depends on how long your stay is there.
Okay.
And if you really like
Because there's so much to do, I feel like.
Yeah, especially in Disney World.
There's different parks within the
yeah,
park. So it's like,
and
how do you know what to do?
So much. So if you have a lot of time, I would say wait 6 hours, but I don't know. Nothing there's really 6 hours for me.
Yeah. So you're.
But it's also because I lived there for a year. So it's just
Do
like.
you live at the place?
So not in Disney, but they had Disney housing for the college program students.
Disney housing?
Yeah, dude.
What's the mouse payout for housing? What does that look like?
Dude, it was so expensive.
Jesus.
And there was no reason it had to cost that much money. But
what's it look like? If you could like, are you like in an apartment then? Or?
So they recently changed it, but before there was like 4 different housing complex, and Vista Way was like known as the like crazy party complex, and it was really easy to sneak people into there because they had like really big security and different things. Like at all the complexes, they had a lot of security, but Vista Way was really easy to sneak people in.
Can you not have friends over?
You can have friends over, but like not after a certain time of night.
What?
Yeah.
Can you order pizza?
Yeah, you could order pizza.
What if you want to order pizza late?
You can, but they can't come in.
Oh.
You have to meet them at the gate.
So you can't have sleepovers at Disney?
You're not supposed to.
Okay.
But people did it.
People did it.
Did I do it? Maybe. But
why not?
Who's to know? Who's to say? But yeah, no, Vista Way was crazy. And one of the things about Vista Way is that's where they put a lot of the international people, because that was something I didn't think about because you've never been to Disney World. So there is a park called Epcot, and they have the World Showcase. And in the World Showcase, like there's a Mexico pavilion, Italian pavilion. They have all these different like countries, and the people there are actually from those countries. So let's say like you took a Spanish class and you want to practice like speaking Spanish, like you would be talking to like an actual person from that place with like knowledge, and they can tell you what it's really like life there.
Yeah.
So they have all these international people staying in housing as well. And most of them stayed at Vista Way, and I don't know. I was going to say something out of pocket.
Okay. This is the time.
Yeah, okay. So multiple out of pocket things. So in Epcot, they have a thing called Drinking Around the World, where you get a drink from every
place.
country. Yes.
Okay.
So a lot of people at the college program, a lot of boys had a thing called Sleeping Around the World, where they would try to sleep with an international student from each country.
Oh, shit.
And
Fortnite challenge is real life.
Yeah.
Bro. That's sick. New season pass just dropped.
Dude, yeah. I saw somewhere like Vista Way's like one of the easiest places to get laid.
That's dope.
Yeah, because the thing is like the ratio is like, I think it's 20% male to female there.
Like
and
20% male?
Yeah,
20%
20% male. And out of the 20% male, I think like 5 or 2% are straight.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
they're swimming in it over there.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
If you're a straight man, it's a commodity.
Wow, really? In Disney.
Wait, is a commodity the right word?
I think. I don't know.
Maybe. It's rare.
Yeah, you're rare.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. That's cool, dude. So what
He said that's sick that they were sleeping with people from all around the world.
that's how you gain cultural knowledge.
Yeah,
that's
it's
how
like
you become more worldly.
You know, Thanos' stone.
This Infinity
Yeah,
Stones. That's
the
how you gotta
Infinity
collect them all,
Stones.
dude.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus Christ. Who's got the best drink? Did you do it? Did you do the drinking around the world?
I don't drink.
Okay, I don't either.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Because I'm a stalker. What?
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Anyway,
Okay.
sorry.
Jesus.
Just expose
Yeah.
myself.
Okay, so you don't drink. So what?
I don't.
As someone who worked there, do you maybe know what was the one people maybe found the most popular?
Bro, I don't be talking to people about that.
Oh shit, for real?
I just know a lot of people like the Italian pavilion because the guys there were really hot.
Yeah.
So that's
makes
all I
sense.
can tell you about that.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So what other things do you have to do as a ride operator
Bro,
at Disney World?
there was so much that like went into it. So the building I was working in, it was three layers for just the ride, but there was 4 sections of the ride. Let me explain. So there's a screen, and there's a giant screen that operates for 3 layers each. So total, the whole building was 6 stories tall.
This is like a roller coaster, right?
No.
Kind of?
It's like, dude, I cannot compare it to anything because you have no knowledge of, like, you don't know what soaring around the world is.
No, I don't know. They
di-
might. Someone might.
It's like soaring around the world.
That's a ride as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's like, you're basically like on an arcade motorcycle, essentially.
Okay.
If that makes sense, that's how you're seated. And it's the Icaron, which is the Banshees from Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have these 3D glasses, and then you go into your avatar's body and you fly on the Icaron. And
so it's like they're in a stationary thing. But through the goggles and the screens.
Yes, but
and
there's
the
a wall here before it starts, but the wall comes undone and it's exposed. So if you're on the top layer, you can fall 6 stories down. And I actually don't know if I can legally say that. So allegedly, you can fall 6 stories down.
Yeah. Holy shit! So you gotta check people's
like
harnesses?
safety and everything.
Wow.
And one of the things too, there's 3 different like sets of harnesses. So there's the back harness, and then there's 2 for the back of the legs. But the thing too that was really stressful is a kid could be the right height for the ride, but you know how people have different proportions?
Oh yeah.
If they had shorter shins, they would not be allowed.
Shins.
Yeah, because it had to
Had to rest against the shin or rest?
It didn't have to rest against the shin, but the thing is like your leg had to go past this, because if it didn't, you could slide out.
Yeah.
So it had to go past that, and if you weren't the right height, you wouldn't be allowed to ride. So people would wait 6 hours thinking their kid is the right height for the ride. And we would have to be like, no, you can't ride. Another thing that was really hard too is it's not a really like, it's not friendly to bigger people.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot of like range in that. So like having to kick someone off for being too big after they waited 6 hours. Like, first of all, even if
the happiest place in the world.
Yeah, even if they didn't wait 6
Jesus
hours,
Christ.
like, it's just embarrassing to get kicked off for being too big in front of a group of people. Like, that alone is so bad. But then on top of it, you waited 6 hours, and what do we give them? Like a little coupon to skip another line?
Yeah.
That they probably can't fit on. Like,
I mean, maybe I'm not the right person to speak on this, but if that were me, I would rather fall from the 6 stories, I think, than, because that would be, that's tough,
that's
man.
Brutal.
That's tough, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
Yeah,
dude.
I only had to do it like 2 times. Oh my gosh.
How much are you getting paid? Are you like getting paid like minimum wage?
You
like,
get paid terribly.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, this shit is what blows my mind about like Six Flags. Did you work at Six Flags too?
I did.
I saw that. Yeah. So you okay?
Oh, but I had so much fun at Six Flags. Six Flags is my favorite job, and I feel like I should have paid them to be there. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
That's my favorite one.
Well, so the thing is with like people like ride operators at
Yeah.
Six Flags or Disney or whatever, like the fact that it's like some kid in high school or like just freshly out of high school getting paid $10 an hour, $7 an hour.
I had 4 days to learn this ride, how to operate it. And that I was telling you before
What?
this, 4 days to learn how to operate this ride, and it's like a multi-million-dollar thing. There's a lot of technology, so many things. Like when you make this ride go, since there's the 3 layers, you have to like be on the radio and make sure everyone hits the button at the same time. And it can't be like sort of the same time. It has to be the same time that you hit it. Like, there's so many technical things. One of the things, this was not friendly to my ADHD brain. I had to watch the screen of all the riders at the same time, and I'm, like, responsible for everything because I'm able to see if all the locks are locked in the screen room, but it's black and white. So it's kind of hard to see if a light is yellow or red in there. Yeah. And you had to watch, like, 12 screens at the same time, and it was so overwhelming, so stressful. And on my 4th day, when they were like, this is your test to see if you're able to like operate this, I was telling you about this before we filmed. That was like, I've had little anxiety attacks, but that's when I full on had a panic attack.
Yeah.
And I was like hyperventilating and crying because it was just so much at once. And I kind of like ran out, and they were like, whoa, you can't just leave during your shift. And I was like, I'm not going to like
I'm not
be
getting,
like this in front of people.
I'm not getting paid enough to deal with this right now. That's what, dude, it just, that's crazy. Cause it's like, you're getting paid nothing basically.
Yeah.
And you're having to, in your case, you're handling a lot of things, and allegedly, there may or may not be a 6-story thing someone could fall off of. But it too, like regular roller coasters, these other rides, it's a fucking somebody getting paid $7.25, $8 an hour to check my child to harness to see, and if they're okay. and they're gonna go on a raging bull, and hit the fake drop,
Dude,
and they just go flying off.
Let me tell you something about Six Flags too. So at Disney, you have to be over 18 to work there.
Yeah.
Six Flags, they have 14-year-olds working there.
I know.
And you can. This is another thing. You can like identify it because their name tags are different colors. So if it is a yellow name tag, they are 14 and 15. If it is
14?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
14 and 15. If it's orange, then you are 16 to 17. And then once it's white, that means you're 18.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so that was another thing too. Everyone would be like, "Watch out for those orange tags."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Ew." But
that's hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
What's some shit that only happens at like a Disney World or a Six Flags, like that employees can do to piss each other off?
Okay, so this isn't like employees, but one of the things is like when I was friends with Bugs Bunny, I would sometimes kick people.
Kick them.
Yeah, and make it look like an accident because you got big feet.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So you would wear the Bugs Bunny?
Yeah.
Wait, where's
I got stories about Bugs Bunny, boy.
You would just kick people as Bugs Bunny?
Not like to bully them, but like
just messing with them.
Let me tell you. So
Dude.
at Six Flags, that's where they had Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
The costumes they had there, they had multiple costumes for different areas depending on where you were going to be stationed that day. And they specifically told me I was not allowed to be Bugs Bunny at the front of the park because the costume was tighter. And they kept scheduling me for Bugs Bunny in the front of the park. And they have this thing because Bugs Bunny, he has like his chest puffed out and it's called the genderizer. And you put it on and it's supposed to just make you look like you have a puffed out chest.
It's called the genderizer?
The genderizer. So it's supposed to like make your boobs not look like boobs. So instead of two mountains, it's just like one like whoosh.
Yeah.
But it's like if you have boobs under the genderizer padding, you're going to look like dummy thick.
Yeah.
So like people would come into Six Flags and see this thick Bugs Bunny and people would be like, I know there's a girl in there.
No.
And also I'm a child. I'm like 16 when I was working there too.
And people are trying to hit on Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know.
Oh yeah, I know there's a girl.
You know what that
That's
gives,
when I kick them.
that's fair. That's a fair reason to kick
Yeah,
somebody.
thank you.
That gives off the same vibes as like what's that?
No, I thought of a crazy story. One of the guys that I worked with at Six Flags, he was a furry.
Oh yeah.
And he would get like very angry whenever they put him in like a human character costume. So they had Granny and Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, and he also had Asperger's too. So he would like get physically violent when he was not a fur character.
Oh, okay.
And like they kept doing that, and then finally I told him because like I just got this vibe where like people like tell me things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really judgy. Like live your life, man.
Yeah.
So he felt really comfortable with me, and he would like tell me, he's like, I hate being like these characters, and I'm like, oh yeah. So I told management, and then so they stopped doing that. And some days I would be the characters, some days I would be the character attendants. So it like switched off. Where at Disney, you're either just a character attendant or just a character.
Yeah.
And one day I was his character attendant, and they had this thing where you like stomp your foot if something's bad. So like, let's say the hair thingy goes in front of your eye and you're not able to like see, or like this one girl, she had asthma, and it's like if she's having an asthma attack in the costume, like obviously we have to like
we need a code for that.
Yes, exactly. So like they had this foot stomp, and I'm like, yo, you good? And he was dressed as Scooby-Doo, and he's like, can you rub my tummy? And I wasn't really good at boundaries back then.
Yeah. So you rubbed his fucking tummy?
I rubbed his tummy.
Jesus.
And he did the leg shake. And I was like, no.
He gave you the dog like.
Yeah, like the leg shake.
Jesus Christ, dude. Oh. That's why I don't have a season pass.
Dude,
that's why.
Get one. No, they're worth it.
I don't go enough, but that's wild.
If you go twice,
you make your
it pays for it, and then that also includes like if a season's pass, like you also get Fright Fest with that.
Yeah.
Do it.
I haven't been. I used to live like 30 minutes from there, and I don't think I ever had a season pass.
Yeah, I lived like an hour 45 from there, and my mom, she's such a supportive, sweet angel. She drove me every day.
What?
Yeah, and she would just hang out in the water park.
What
and my brother, he would go with her, and he got real cold at like surfing, like you know those like surf simulators.
Yeah.
He got really good at that because he'd be doing that all day.
Shit, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, an hour 45?
Yeah, my mom's she's an angel. She's so sick.
Are you even making enough money to pay for the gas to get back?
Bro, she didn't make me pay for the gas because she's a sweet baby.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was like my dream. I would go to Six Flags every summer and I would see the performers like doing the show and I was like, I want to be them. But they were singers and I told you I'm scared of singing. Yeah, so I didn't audition for the singing. I auditioned for a character and I got it and it was a lot of fun.
And you did it, yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
Everything I wanted to do, I did. So sometimes it takes longer, but I get around to it.
Yeah. You like we said before, you're doing these side quests.
Yes.
You worked at
Speaking of side quests, bro. Okay.
What you got?
So like a running bit for a little bit was that I was gonna marry Thanasi Santatecumpo.
Okay.
And he had a meet and greet, and I went to it. And
Did you propose?
I didn't, but I was like, I want him to remember me.
Yeah.
And the thing with people remembering you, they're either gonna like be like, haha, she's funny, or that was a weird freak, I'm scared. So I photoshopped a picture of me with him. And then I had my bunny wearing a Bucks uniform and I photoshopped the bunny into his arms. And then I just wrote, I put a sticker there that said, best friends. And he signed it and he laughed so hard when he saw it. So that's that.
Thanasis,
oh, shoot, the light.
We know what you're about. Wow, you got some kind of a little bit of furry vibes going on right there.
Dude, don't say that.
I interviewed a furry.
You what?
I interviewed a furry.
I remember seeing clips of it, but I've never actually watched it.
Yeah, it's a good one actually.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Interesting story.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy that you've done all this. So
yeah.
I worked at Target for a little while.
Sick.
There's plenty of things Target team members, as we're called, can do to piss each other off.
Oh, okay.
And I'm curious, what are the? I'll give you an example. So,
yes.
So I don't know. You guys probably have walkie-talkies. No? Yes?
For where specifically?
Either or. Which
actually,
one? Disney?
None of them.
Really?
I never had a walkie.
Only the important people get walkies.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm just a goon. So even at Disney, so they moved me to merchandise, and on my days off, they would be like, don't come in the store.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because they're just you're so distracting.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Well, so one thing you could do to piss people off would be holding the walkies down as long as you can. Or a lot of times what people would do is they would just sit there and have they think that they're the main character and it's time for a monologue about reshops, so people return stuff, and the bins fill up. And if you have a section, they'll be like, hey, babies is filled up, can someone come get the reshop, right? But so there's 12 or so sections in a store, and so sometimes instead of just going, hey, all of reshop needs to get picked up, these people would sound like they're in the Vietnam War, and he'd be like, I need reshop for baby sporting goods, housewares, electron, and he would just keep going for be 2-3 minutes on the walkie, and then someone would be like, we got it, bro, shut the fuck up, and we just fucking keep spamming it to break the call up, and he just would keep going.
That's crazy.
So you can do shit like that to piss people off, or you could we have a lot of cardboard, so you could not put you could throw your cardboard on the ground in front of the baler because it's full and you're supposed to make a bale.
Yeah.
Whoever's there is supposed to make it.
Gotcha.
But what we do is, if you're smart, you're a
smart little guy.
You put all your boxes into one box, and then you set that down I just didn't have time to make a bale.
That's sneaky.
And then you go, and then someone else comes and they have to make it. There's only 2 people that made them.
I see what you're saying. If you have a boring job and you just need to spice it up, because sometimes it's kind of fun to mess with people.
Yeah.
My thing is, if I don't like a job, I don't do it.
I respect that.
I only do jobs that I like. When I was at Six Flags, I was so into making these magical experiences for kids. That was my mission. When I was at Disney, I could make someone's day really great. And also where I was working, I was in Animal Kingdom. I love animals, bro. Let me tell you something real cool about me. I took a class at Disney, and so I got a Mouster's degree from Mickey Mouse.
A Mouster's degree?
Yeah.
Fuck a college degree.
Yeah, my brother has a Harvard degree. I have a Mouster's degree in animal science. So
where he at now?
Who's the real golden child is all I'm saying.
You put that on a resume?
Dude, I did actually.
Really?
For the preschool.
Oh, okay.
I was like, hey, I got a Mouster's degree.
Dude, yeah, that's got to mean something.
It's got gotta.
If you said that to me, I would, without
like,
the
hired.
context. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He's
That's
like,
fucking
"That's
sick.
sick."
That is.
Yeah, so in Animal Kingdom, they had this thing called, oh my gosh, why can I not remember? I'm like just remembering like random Disney things now, like the Disney College Program. What was it called? I don't know. We had a Disney animal conservation thing, and we raised money for it. And
Okay.
dude, I was a golden child of the entire Animal Kingdom, dude.
They were like, this is our MVP.
I raised so much money. I was in the top 5 for the entire park the whole entire time I was on the program.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
Did Disney just take that and then write that off for taxes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They do, but it goes to really cool
But it does
things,
go
too.
to a good thing.
It
so
does,
that's
and
all
like
that
every
matters.
dollar you donate, Mickey Mouse doubles it. So if you
That's-
donate $1, it's $2. And another thing too is like we had programs that were like in other countries where like the currencies change over, so your dollar can stretch like super far.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
that's how I get people.
What's the best place to eat in
At
Disney?
Disney?
At Disney, because I hear there's like tons of different themed restaurants and
Yeah.
whatnot. I wanted to try the Star Wars one out. Just that's like a big one for
They
me.
have so many like fun drinks and stuff too. So the one that like so many people try to get into is Be Our Guest.
Yeah, so there's some. I worked with some Disney adults
Yeah.
at Target,
Hell yeah.
and they actually worked at Disney for
Oh,
many
cool,
years.
cool.
Maybe we'll look up their. I'll actually ask you maybe if you saw them at all. 'Cause
Yeah.
when did you work at Disney?
I was there 2018, 2019. It was so, dude. So I told you I met Adam at the Spider-Gwen thing.
Mm-hmm.
I met this boy there. His name was Daniel. And me and him were just vibing and talking. And he was
this at the?
at the Spider-Gwen.
Oh, I thought maybe it was at the Epcot.
No.
The roundabout. You were
No.
you were trying to get your challenges done.
Spider-Gwen in Milwaukee.
Okay.
So, I was like, I met this guy Daniel there, and he was really funny, and we were just kind of like making little jokes in between like the shots, and then we were just talking, and he was like, "Oh, my sister did the Disney College Program." I was like, "No way! I was in Animal Kingdom at Everest," and he's like, "Stop! My sister was at Everest." And then I was like, "What year?" I did 2018, 2019. He was like, "She was there in 2019," and then he told me her name, and I was like, bro, she was one of my best friends. And then when she came back from Disney, she worked at Six Flags, and I went and visited her when she was working at Six Flags, and I was like, dude,
You guys are a different breed.
world.
And that's crazy. So you
Yeah.
guys, you really be doing it all. Would you ever work at Universal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
easy.
Who would you be if you could be
A
a character?
Okay, let me tell you, Universal has so many characters. And the funny thing, like, I don't know if other people think this, but like to me, when I think of Universal, I think of people on stilts. Because for some reason, like in the parade, they have like 40 people on stilts.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't
And
know
they're
that.
like, oh, we'll have these pharaohs in front of the mummy ride, but we'll put them on stilts. Like everything's
Wow.
like on stilts. So I would love to be a stilt person.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they have this.
Have you ever walked on stilts before?
I haven't, but I'd do it.
But you just
My mom,
think
she's
you'd
like,
be
I'm
into
so
it.
scared you're gonna move back to Florida, and I'm gonna get a call that you broke your leg because you fell off a stilt.
Yeah.
That was another thing. When I was at Six Flags, since I worked in entertainment, I had a float driving license.
So
Yeah,
you could drive floats like
parade
parade
float.
floats. You need a license for that?
Yeah, you do. And I got
Really?
it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I have some. There are a lot of people breaking the law back where I'm
Dude.
from. Then.
When
'Cause-
we had, what do you mean?
'cause
You know people who are driving floats?
Yeah.
What?
Like a float in a parade.
Oh, but like most of the time those are like trucks. And
Yeah.
they're like just make believe floats. I'm
Okay.
talking
This
about
is what's a real float? What's the difference?
bro, like Wile E. Coyote's up on there. And there's like
Okay.
a whole setup, and
There's
like
people-
Wile E. Coyote's on his rocket ship.
There's a play going on
yeah,
at the same
man.
time. Okay.
Like,
This is
yeah.
legit.
And like Marvin the Martian's flying saucer, it's not a real car.
Yeah.
So I think it goes pretty fast though. Like I think it tops out at 40. Like
Oh,
there's no
shit.
reason it needs to
It
go
doesn't.
that
No.
fast.
Yeah.
That thing whips.
That's just a liability at
yeah,
that point.
honestly. But yeah, he was never zooming like that in the
No.
parade. But when I did the first parade training, they didn't have me drive the float. They had me be a character. I was Porky Pig. And
You were Porky Pig?
yeah, my brothers loved meeting me in the park and being like, my sister's a pig.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, so I was in the Porky costume, and I was just like sitting in this little like car, and I had this thing where I would fall asleep like really easily. Like I don't know if I had like a little bit of narcolepsy or what was going on.
In public?
Yeah.
In character?
Not okay, like not all the time in character, but like whenever I was in a vehicle, like the second I was in a car, I would fall asleep even when I was driving. So
that's dangerous.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen anymore.
And you had a float license.
Yeah, my mom was scared, and they put me like the first time I did the float thing, they put me in the front.
Wow.
And driving the first float, in charge of the speed of the whole parade. Like, and my mom's like, she's gonna take out kids.
Yeah, could you imagine fucking Marvin's Martian spaceship just flies through all of fucking Disney World? That'd be crazy.
That'd be
just
sick.
mowing down some kids.
Extra points.
Yeah,
each
dude.
One.
Dude, wow.
But
so you had
no, let me tell you about Porky.
Okay. You were Porky.
So I was Porky, and I was really relaxed in the car, and I fell asleep. But I didn't, like, I sleep very interestingly. Like, I don't move.
Yeah,
so, like, I didn't, like, roll off the car. Like, I was just out in the Porky costume. And I slept through the whole parade.
Dude.
And they gave us notes, and they're like, if you could just be, like, a little more animated, like, maybe wave more.
Yeah.
I was like, for sure.
So you just, like, passed out in a chair?
Dude,
like,
I took a big old nap, and I got paid for it, is all I'm saying.
That's badass. I wish someone would have got that on TikTok or something. Like, look at this. Is this Porky dead right now? Like, what the fuck is going on?
No, there wasn't, like, an audience, because it was, like, rehearsal for the first parade.
Shit. Okay.
So nobody saw it.
Damn.
I told you, when I'm on, I'm on.
Yeah. If the lights
Porky
are on,
be waving.
Yeah. What do you do? Is it just?
You just like yeah, pump up with the music.
When you're if you are a character,
yeah.
because again, I've just never even been. And the Six Flags characters, to be honest with you, I can't tell you other than maybe Fright Fest, or is it Freak Fest or Fright Fest? Fright Fest.
Oh, dude, I was a zombie there too.
I think I bumped into some zombies, but other than that, I had never like even interacted with a character ever. So like, do they talk? Are you allowed to talk? That's a rule. You can't speak.
You don't talk.
What happens if like, let's say you saw someone get stabbed,
bro?
Can you talk, or you gotta be like?
I'd be like, I don't want to lose my job.
Like,
yeah, it's a lot of charades. That's mainly what it is.
Yeah, what happens? I
mean, I'm sure if like someone got stabbed, they're not gonna be mad at me if I talk. Bro, there was one time when I was working at Six Flags, and there was this crazy rainstorm.
Yeah.
And it like flooded part of the park, and people thought they were like in a secluded, hidden area. So they just started stripping and were about to get it on, and I walked in on them.
What do you do in costume?
Bro, I wasn't in costume. I was just Koko, and I was scared. I was like, my eyes.
Did you yell?
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, my eyes.
Oh, shit. I would have just been real quiet. Like, what's going on?
Bro, usually I would, but it was just so shocking. Like, sometimes I'm, like, too stunned to speak, but in that moment, it was just, like, immediate terror.
Yeah. Six Flags, man. That's interesting.
I was like very sexual romantic at that age.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Good for them though. You know, they tried. They didn't succeed.
Yeah,
I imagine
they got
probably
kicked out of the park and probably like can't come back. But like, good for them.
Yeah, probably banned for life.
You know, but their marriage is probably like healthy. Like,
yeah,
they're probably still together.
Honestly,
maybe.
think about it. If you wanted someone that bad that you had to have them in a Six Flags.
Dude, I'm saying is, if I don't find someone like that, like, what's
exactly?
Even that's why I'm single.
If you can't traumatize a 16-year-old who's getting ready for a shift to Six Flags, then
what's even the point?
Exactly.
Why are we even doing this?
Exactly, dude. That's no, dude. That's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Good for them.
The boldness.
So, give me like if I were a guest at Six Flags, or Disney or whatever, and you were in costume. And I'm asking you where the bathroom is. I'm coming up to you and I'm like, where is the bathroom? What do you do? Like, how do you go about telling? Is it like a...
Here's the thing. They do not let characters out by themselves. Like, that is so dangerous.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, you have, like, someone with you at all times. Because, like, if someone shoves you over, like, you could get hurt in those things. And those costumes are expensive, too. Yeah. That's probably definitely part of it.
So you always have someone with you?
Yeah, you have an attendant with you.
Really?
Yeah.
How far? Do they, like, stand... Are they, like, next to you? Or are they, like...
They're, like, okay, especially, like, at Six Flags, they'll be like, hey, do you want a picture? Come take a picture. Like, they're with you.
Oh, okay.
They're not, like, standing afar, like...
Like with binoculars.
Yeah.
Like, see what's going on.
Just, like, spying on you from a bush.
Yeah, yeah.
No, they're there.
Okay. That's
and, like...
fair.
They're there to take pictures, all different things. Make sure there's, like, not a mob.
What's the worst thing someone's ever said to you while you were in the costume?
I don't think I've really gotten, like, okay, so not specifically like mean, but at the time that I was working at Six Flags, it's when what are those?
Oh, yeah,
was
yeah.
a big thing. And I would have like so many middle schoolers come up to me so many times a day and just say that to me. It just like, oh my God, so many times a day.
Yeah.
It was that. It was, what are those? And the whip and nay-nay.
Oh, they'd just come up to
Yeah,
you.
they'd be like, Bugs Bunny, do the whip. Do the whip.
Would you hit it? Would you hit that shit?
So sometimes I would. It would depend. Something about like Scooby-Doo. His crowd is just real hyped, so I'd do it as Scooby.
Yeah.
But
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo can hit the whip anytime.
Dude, it's so funny because like I can just picture myself as a kid and like with the homies going to Six Flags or like leave like maybe on the way to Six Flags and somebody being like, dude, we gotta go. Scooby will hit it. He'll hit the whip.
Dude, okay.
I swear he'll do
and
it.
And the thing too is I don't think like at Disney you can, because I think like the princesses would be like, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
But like, dude, at Six Flags they didn't care.
Yeah.
Like they're all knowing beings. Like Scooby-Doo knows the whip, okay?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that would happen a lot. But one of the things that we did that we thought was funny is because so many kids would come up to us and be like, do the whip. So we were like, oh, what if we just like started whipping like you're whipping a horse? And we thought we were so funny for that.
Yeah.
So that's what we would do. And they're like, no, that's not even right.
That's not what I mean.
That's not the whip, Bugs Bunny.
Do you think when you mentioned the Disney princess right there, for whatever reason, I got an image in my head of somebody who is having to talk like that all day long. Yeah. You know, I don't know how many days a week they would normally work. Are those people okay in the head after work?
The people I'm more concerned about are the people who have to like operate a ride like Small World. Like listening to It's a Small World over and over every day.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I hope you can tune that out, because
that's a lot. That's gotta be a lot. Yeah. That would.
I can't even imagine doing that for just one 8-hour shift.
Yeah.
Like, and you're doing that every day.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
No, I sometimes I like to make believe that I could, but
no, that's not me, bro.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I mean, dude, honestly, some of the shit you've been talking about, I don't think I could do a lot of that. I mean, it would be fun for a day. Like, I do think I could like be a character for a day and fuck with some kids and like, you know, have fun, whatever. Not like that.
He meant it like that.
Not like that. But I think allegedly, I think I could. That would be cool. Like, it would be an interesting thing. But I don't think I could do it. Like,
no.
I don't think I could do that for a summer or do that for a time. That would be so much on me, I guess. When I was looking at some stuff, I want to get to a couple more things today.
Okay.
There was something when I was looking some stuff up on you about you making sandcastles.
Oh yeah.
There was a charitable attachment to this.
No, not for charity. I was doing it as like an awareness thing. So it was just during this one summer in Greece, and
you went to Greece.
Yeah, I go to Greece. I'm just out here going to Greece.
You go to Greece like that, shit.
Yeah, I used to when I was little all the time. And the thing is like I had such a warped sense of reality. Like I thought everyone just went back to their homeland. Because like I said, in Arizona, there was such a big Greek community. So they were all going to Greece. I had a friend from Guatemala. She would go to Guatemala every summer. Scandalous of me. But I had some friends who were Turkish and they would go to Turkey every summer.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, I just thought everyone did that.
Yeah.
And like after going to Greece like 6 summers in a row, I was like, oh, we have to go again.
Yeah.
I want to go to Egypt or Tokyo.
Yeah.
But then I realized like everyone doesn't get that opportunity, and there was like this 12-year gap when we didn't go because like my dad was so busy at the restaurant. There was just a lot going on, so we weren't able to go. So the first summer back, I was super excited, but I was never a girly who could like just sit on the beach and tan.
Yeah.
Like my brain just.
You're not about it. You can't just sit in one place.
I can't.
No.
My brain do too much.
Unless you pass out on the float.
Exactly.
Unless
Dude,
you in that.
I know we just met today, but like you get me.
As long as you're in the piggy costume, then we good.
Yeah, Mountain Porky. I'm like,
yeah, that's what you need. Okay.
Yeah. So what I did is I would just be on the beach, and I didn't want to collect seashells because I was like very much in my environmental girl era. Yeah. And I was like, okay, like the seashells, they're supposed to like decompose into the sand, and I'm not supposed to like take them out of the cycle of life. Mm-hmm. But there was a ton of like plastic bottle caps and like straws and stuff everywhere. So I would collect them on the beach. And then at first I made like this little sand castle, and I just added it on for like just a pop of color. And I was like, that's cute. Yeah. And then we would just spend real long days at the beach. So then I started like going in and being like, okay, I'm gonna make something. And bro, I'm an artist. I will say I can finally like feel good saying that statement, because for a long time I always felt like
Imposter
I didn't deserve
syndrome,
that title. Yeah. But for me, every time I make something, every single time without fail, I kind of doubt my ability. And then when it's done, I'm like, dude, I made that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very like surprised and like taken aback by it. So some of my favorite ones that I made a giant squid in the sand, and then each of the tentacles was a bottle cap, like the little suction cups on the tentacles.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was actually really big. I think it was like, it had to be bigger than 5 feet long. So each of the tentacles was a bottle cap. Another one that was really cool is I made a shark, and sharks, they like actually eat everything. And like people find like, what are they? Like tires and license plate things like in shark stomachs. So they eat everything. So I just made the shark, filled it with a bunch of garbage, like broken sand pails and things. And then there were these foam cups, because like in Greece, they have, like on our beach, they have these guys who come down and like, oh, do you want coffee? Oh, do you want this drink? And they put it in like styrofoam cups. So there's a bunch of styrofoam cups that like, they have little garbages, but if it's windy, they blow out. So it's easy for it to like, it's not that Greeks are just throwing garbage on the floor. But
yeah.
So I used the styrofoam cups, and I made like the sharp little teeth out of that for the shark. And then my favorite one, it took so long for me because they have the frappes, which is a Greek coffee. People have it like so many times a day. So I was collecting it around town and on the beach. And I collected so many that I made this giant puffer fish, and like all the pokey parts were made out of straws, and it was really colorful and cool.
Shit. So, and then so in doing that, you were kind of trying to bring awareness towards the fact that there was so much
like garbage
and trash everywhere.
Yeah. And it's not just like, oh, Greece is a trashy place, because dude, a couple years ago, the Smith family, they went to Greece, and they're like, oh, there's garbage. Let me clean up the trash on the beach. And like Greek people got so mad, and they're like, you're calling our islands dirty, like you don't need to come here, blah blah blah. And it's like they were just trying to do like something nice.
Yeah.
So when I finished my project, I would like throw everything away. And I think a lot of people there, they didn't really know what I'm doing. I don't speak Greek super well. Like in Greek school, it's just a lot of vocab words, and I don't know how to like string it together so great.
Could you say subscribe to this channel?
I should learn that.
You should.
I can say like, hello, how are you? Like we could talk about some fruits and school supplies.
Yeah, you can tell me what the library is?
Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah.
But I
what
can
is
tell
it?
I'm trying to think. I know like bookshelf.
Is it El Biblioteca or La?
Biblio is book. Now I'm getting mixed up with Spanish. This is what happened. I took a Spanish class, and when we had to tell the time on the clock, I like wrote it half in Greek, half in Spanish, and I was so embarrassed. I just left. I was like, I'm not doing this class anymore.
Yeah, dude, I was actually good at Spanish.
Yeah,
I took it for 2 years, and I was like, nah, I don't want to take it anymore.
Yeah, why?
I just didn't want to. Like,
You said forget Spanish.
I didn't think I kind of regret it a little bit, but
Dude, in Florida, you would regret it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Spanish people coming through, like Disney, for instance. Like every day I wish I could speak Spanish when I was there.
Yeah.
Because like, again, I think like being a character at the parks helped me with my charades. So it would help me like try to get through these conversations with people. Yeah. But I'm like, I wouldn't have to be playing like if I like knew Spanish.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
That's fair. So I wanted to ask you this about going to Greece.
Yes.
What is like, how much is it? Like, is it an expensive place to travel to, or is it?
It depends on when you go, and definitely if you like this summer.
Yeah.
Big expensive. It's $2,000 for a round trip ticket this year.
Really?
Yeah, but I fly straight through, cause I hate layovers and stuff.
Oh, so you'll just buy one ticket and then buy another one? Yeah, because like before
one time. This is a good story. This is a good potty story. Okay. Let me tell you.
All right, give me it.
One time we had a 14-hour layover in Spain.
Yeah.
And we like the time was changing, all this stuff, and we're like exhausted, but we're still awake because our bodies aren't physically tired. So it's just like this weird thing where you're like mentally tired. And to entertain ourselves, me and my brothers thought it was a fun game to just like put B in front of everything. So instead of like Hotel Transylvania 3, we'd be like Botel Pennsylvania Brie.
What?
I don't know.
Where did the B come from?
I don't know,
Okay.
man. It was just funny.
And so then you guys...
When you're really tired, it was really funny, okay?
Hey,
you
I
gotta
get
be
it.
there, Darren.
I get it. I made weird shit up with my siblings too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did that. And then I didn't know where my mom was, and I was still playing the game. So I was like, Bears by bomb. You don't say bomb in an airport,
That's
dude.
what I was about to say, bro. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
no, you don't do that. So then, like, security came, and they took me and my mom.
No, Jesus Christ.
And they brought us, like, to this room. And I get around the corner, and this lady's taking off this big yellow glove. And my mom goes, well, I've never had that happen before. And I was like, oh, no, they're going to put the glove somewhere up my butt.
No, dude.
I was so scared. I was like,
Did they?
I was like, I'm not ready to be penetrated at this time in the morning.
Wow, dude.
No, what ended up happening is I don't know how you're able. I'm not an airport scientist.
Yeah.
They swabbed under my armpit
Oh, okay.
with something, and they're able to find like bomb dust and juices
In your armpits?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's where they
dude.
swab.
That's why you don't use Axe. Don't use
Yeah.
Axe deodorant.
Dude.
It probably has some bomb residue in there.
Probably.
That would be dangerous if you got pulled up. Dude, so there's no way. Did they ask you, like, why you just said that?
No, they were just like, hey, we
just
need
like-
you for this security check.
Damn.
Like, you follow us. And while this was happening, again, favorite word of the day, allegedly,
Yeah.
my youngest brother was just in this YouTube rabbit hole of how to hack things. So he found out how to hack a vending machine where all the food was just falling out. So as we're in security, he was allegedly making all this candy fall out of the machine.
So you
Taking that on the flight.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. So you guys were just
We were
destroying
causing
this airport.
mayhem in the Spain airport is all I'm saying.
God damn. Because I'm trying to think, man. Like, even like when you were explaining, you're like, yeah, we don't know why. We just started putting B in front of everything. Like, imagine like they were like, what is going on? Explain yourself. Like,
Bro, I
what
feel
would you
like
even
that's
say?
so much of my life.
Like, you
like,
wouldn't even be able to answer
so
that.
much of what I do just doesn't make sense. I'd be like, I don't know. Why'd you do that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like when I shave my head, everyone's like, why'd you do that? I was like, I don't know.
You just did it for fun?
I just had this urge to do it.
To shave? I get that every
Yeah.
morning.
Dude, do it.
I don't want to shave it.
It grows back.
I know.
Your hair's so nice right now.
I don't want to shave it. I do want to. I want to cut it off every day.
Don't do it.
It's
just put it in a little bunny.
I do that, but I just don't like it in a bun. I don't know why.
Okay.
It's
I don't
fair.
like my hair in a bun either, so.
It's
My thing was also I dyed my hair so much, and the dye that I use, like my cousin, she knows what's up when it comes to like hair dyeing. I
Yeah.
bought some like cheap dye, and every time I took a shower, it would like run out.
Oh.
It was just so annoying to me. And then plus my roots grow really fast. Not just my roots, my hair grows really fast in general. So that's also why I was like fine with shaving my head.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, it's gonna grow back quick. And I was just like, my hair was growing out too much, and it just annoyed me. It like didn't look good to me. And then I put black over it, and I was like, now the color's not gonna run out. But it's like I put it right over the red that was already running out. So when I put the black on top of it, the black and red were running out, and the black like stained my skin, and I would
Jesus.
look blue and sickly every time I took a shower.
Wow.
And it was just honestly at that point I was just
You're like, yeah, okay, that makes
it
more
was the
sense.
right time.
If I had that going on, I'd do the same.
Like I had a
think.
lot of roots, so I didn't have to shave it all the way down. But then I was like, when else am I gonna shave it all the way down?
Yeah.
And it was like a random urge I had because like I kept seeing it on like TikTok and different things during COVID because they're like, oh, we can't get our hair done.
Yeah, I saw a lot of women doing that.
Yeah, and something about that like seemed fun to me. I don't know.
See, it's funny. Like I saw a lot of it, like you said, in during COVID, like when
Yeah.
quarantine was like, and we were in the thick of it. It was a lot of
Mhm.
women were like cutting their hair themselves, like with the, like
Yeah.
pull it up and just cut it like that and let it go, or they'd shave it off.
Mhm.
And I feel like it was like the opposite thing for men, like, including myself,
Oh,
where it
interesting.
was like, hey, we can't get haircuts. Let's just not get them.
Let's just have long hair.
And then it's like, now it's years, into this thing.
so
and
it's because
just-
of COVID that your hair's long?
pretty much, yeah. I got it
That's
cut like the
cool.
week before.
Really?
And then it happened, and then I didn't shave, because I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna see anybody. Let's see what I can do.
So you look like the people who were hunting woolly mammoths.
Yeah, I was trying to.
He
Dude,
was
there's
out
there's
here.
one episode of the podcast where my beard grows dumb as hell. Like this
Cool.
grows like this way, but like this wasn't filling in at all. So I have like this. There's like an episode or 2 episodes of the podcast where, because that's the only time I would be seen by anybody was the show, where like my beard just goes like straight down, like weird straight down, and looks terrible. And I have like this like small fro growing, and it's It's interesting. You can literally scroll through like the thumbnails and just find
see the evolution of your hair.
Yeah, the hair growth journey.
That's
It's been interesting.
sick.
Yeah, it's weird. What's
Dude,
that?
I need to talk about this.
Okay.
Okay. So I recently started a YouTube.
Yes.
And I had like my hair
It's
shaving.
linked down below, by the way, for anybody who wants to check it out. It is linked down below.
Or check it out. You don't need to do anything.
You just
But
just
if
go
you
check it out. Yeah. Okay, so you
If
just
you
you
feel
started
like
it
it.
and you shaved your head
Yeah,
on the
so
channel.
that was one of my first, I think it was like the first 3 videos is that I shaved my head, and those videos really blew up, and I didn't know at the time it's because there's some type of fetish with it. Yeah, and I don't understand the fetish
with bald women.
Yes. And the way that I'm trying to like, okay, so I used to watch a lot of My Strange Addictions, and one of the things, this guy, he was like in love with balloons, but there's subcategories to it. So like some people just like pulling on them and squeezing them, but some people get pleasure out of popping them. So I feel like there has to be like subcategories of like shaved heads.
Yeah.
I don't understand any of them. I'm really curious to know.
Yeah.
Because it's just like the messages and stuff that I was getting, like I'm glad my hair is like growing back. Because when I did it clean shave, because I was like, dude, I saw how fast it was growing. And I was like, wouldn't that just be funny if I dressed up as Gru from Despicable Me and I was actually like bald?
Jesus.
So I literally did that for like April Fool's. I shaved it like clean. It grew back already like within the week.
Yeah.
Like not back, but like it wasn't bald anymore within the week. And when I did that, I had a bunch of people, because I linked my Instagram in like my description of my videos, and I had so many people friend me and send me messages, and they were all so weird. Like one of them, I can't prove that they weren't actually a woman, but like I don't know, I have good intuition, and like immediately when I saw the message, I was getting the vibe like this is someone like pretending to be a woman to me. And they were like, hey, I saw your video and it inspired me to shave my head, and I was just wondering if you could send me a video of how you moisturize it, but don't post it online,
like just
and
for me,
just make it just for me. And I was like, seems really legit.
They wanted to see you put that baby powder and smack it on top, dude. Holy shit.
And then I had a lot of people like requesting me to send videos.
So
I never did.
Now that you've been doing YouTube a little bit, we were talking before we went live, you doing the short form content as well.
Yeah.
You getting some weird comments.
Yeah.
Cuz I get them too. They're fucking weird.
Dude.
What's some weird comment? I've been doing it not semi-regularly. I've been forgetting to do it some weeks, but comments of the week here on the show. You have any great comments?
Do it today. Okay. So one of the things, I recently went to Build-A-Bear and I built a Bowser.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, well, doesn't that look like so cute and fun? No one on any other platform that I posted it, except for on YouTube, brought it up, and every single person in the YouTube comments was like, what's Bowser doing? And I like went back and watched it, and it looks like Bowser's like, and I'm like, bro, what?
Oh no, dude.
So I was getting like 15 comments about that, and they're like, the cameraman knew what he was doing, and I'm like, bro.
Dude, I just had a similar thing happen where it was like I got choked out in this clip.
Oh yeah,
by this MMA fighter, and everybody like, I mean, I was just being what I honestly don't know anything about holds and whatnot in MMA. So I like asked, I was like, can you put me in a chokehold? And she goes like, what do you mean by chokehold? And she means like genuinely like what hold? Yeah. And people in the comments took that apparently as like, homie dropped the ball. She was suggesting doing something else.
And you're like, first of all, my girlfriend's here.
I'm like,
second of all,
I was like, she literally, and in the end of this fucking 50-second clip, actually almost breaks my fucking Adam's apple.
Yeah. No, I saw that video and it was like crazy. You were like,
I couldn't last a second. I thought,
dude, I was like, wait, am I psycho? Because after seeing this, I was like, I want to know what it feels like.
Dude, I genuinely...
I was like, you don't have to stop. I could just pass out.
Yeah, dude, well, that's what, like,
Just kidding. That's not an invitation to any creepy people on the internet.
They're about to, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
you like being
I
choked?
forget that I'm a woman sometimes.
Yeah.
That's another thing. So I told you my dad has a restaurant, so sometimes I used to serve there. And my friend, he would tell me, like, funny jokes that he used there.
Yeah.
Like, he'd be like, oh, whenever they ask me what's the special, I always say me. And I was like, aha, I like that. Me as a woman should have probably thought that through a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I said that, and, like, bro, the people I was serving were so weird, and they kept, like, trying to get in my, like, apron and take my, like, straws out, and I, like, backed up, and I'm like, if you need something, you could just ask me. And
Don't
like,
touch me.
Yeah, and my name tag said Koko, and they're like, now I'm kind of embarrassed to ask, but do you guys have any hot cocoa here? And I'm like, yeah, we have hot chocolate. And they're like, oh, I didn't actually want it. I just wanted to say that. I'm like,
nice.
whoa, this guy's so cool.
How long did it take you to come up with that?
I just gotta drop my pants right now.
Yeah. Did you ever get people like leave their phone number on a receipt or something?
No, I didn't work that much.
No, oh, you wasn't about it.
I'm
like
just
that.
a little charming little girl, but I feel like if I was there more often, probably. Come on.
I feel that. What else we got to get to today? Is there anything we didn't get to today that you want to get off your chest? I do. Maybe I'll pull up some comments if I can find them quickly. I was trying to pull some up earlier today, and I was having trouble. Sometimes you post a new video, and then it's all comments about that, and they wouldn't really be that funny. People were getting mad. One of my homies dated his coworker, and we had a video about that. It did not go well. He lost his job.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and people were roasting him for that. I feel bad. I will say that sometimes when I post a clip from the podcast and it's like, especially if it's not me that they're hating on.
Oh yeah.
Like they're hating on my guest. Like I had a homie on who's a stripper, and she was talking about like just some dude fucking gave her like his social security card, like threw his social security card up on stage.
You know what? I think I saw that clip.
Yeah,
like,
and she gave it back to him, and like whatever. We just made some jokes about it, whatever. And people in the comments were just like, just saying like foul shit, and I was like, dude, like fuck you, like what?
They probably hit her with a, how's your relationship with your dad?
Yeah. Well, then it's like, dude, like stop. Like y'all aren't in like girls that look just like her's DMs. Like you're probably in her DMs also. Like you're like, hey, I'm the guy that left that comment. I didn't mean it, but
dude, straight up.
Like, dude,
the haters are always like that.
People are weird, man.
Yeah.
People are weird. I don't know what it is. Hey, you have any good comments lately that were exciting aside from Bowser with the fucking suction cups?
Shoot. Now off the top of my head, I'm only thinking about the nose one just because it struck a chord with me that day.
Yeah, what was the nose one?
They told me, with that nose, you could smell the past and the future.
Damn. Is that...
And then this person, they were leaving mean comments. So, like, that's a separate person. The person who said the past and the future thing was a separate comment. Someone... I don't remember their original comment, and they deleted it, but they had a whole conversation with me in those comments. They deleted that and all the comments with it, and then started bullying me on this comment, and we're like, yeah, she doesn't need to ask for a Karen because she could just sniff the Karen out. And I'm like, bro, what is that?
That's not even good. At least the other one was like...
Dude, that's what I'm saying. It's like, if you're funny, like, I don't care if you roast me, but if you're just lame, like...
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, at least if you're like a little...
Tomato.
Exactly. If you're like a little funny, there's something to it. But if you're just... Yeah, that's just lame.
Yeah. I also had a lot of people, they'd be like, are you a girl? Are you a girl or a boy? And that
when you shaved your head,
bro.
is it because you cut your hair?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that like triggered me a little bit, but it's not like that deep because I'm like, valid question. And I was like, maybe they're asking me if I'm non-binary. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's like so many things nowadays.
Yeah.
Not that they didn't exist before.
See, I don't get that. I'll get weirdly specific comments that don't make any sense or just like complete incoherence. Like it'll be. I don't even. We've gotten some. What's one? There was one. I was getting a bunch of hate on this video a long time ago, and McKenna would read all the comments. Like I would catch her on the couch and be like, "What are you doing?" She's like laughing, and I'm like, "What are you laughing at?" She's like, "Nothing." And I'm like, "Are you?" And I look, and it's the fucking video that I know is going viral right now. I'm like, "Why are you reading these fucking comments?" She's like, "They're funny. People are fighting."
McKenna's a goat.
And I'm like, that's fucked, dude. But yeah.
Dude. Okay. So when we did the Greek night performance.
Mm-hmm.
That literally like made international news. Like people in Greece, like they get hyped up. So both years we did it, we were in the news about it. And then this year, the guy's song that we used, he's like one of the biggest like Greek singers right now. And he posted a clip and was just like being like, thank you so much for like using my song and like sharing it. And he's like one of the biggest that's like, I mean, obviously Greece is a smaller country, but that's like if Beyonce was like, thanks for using my song.
Or like, yeah, like Bad Bunny is like,
yeah,
right now. Yeah,
something like that. Like, this is a big deal person. And like me and my brothers, we were reading the comments on there, and like so many people are like, this isn't dancing. And it's like, bro, like, and they'd say things like, I don't know what kind of dancing this is. Definitely not Greek. And I'm like, bro, there's like hundreds of Greek islands. Hundreds.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you know every single dance from every single island?
How did you guys get picked to do fucking Greek night?
Yeah, because we don't know how to dance.
For the
bro.
most famous Greek basketball player of all time.
That's what I'm saying.
Are there a lot of Bucks fans in Greece?
Haters. Yeah.
Now at least.
So actually,
what if he moves? There's a rumor he might go to Golden State.
I mean, just cry.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll leave, because I think the thing is like his relationship with his family is so strong, and the way that like, I don't want to be a Thanasis hater. Love him. He's going to be my husband. Mm-hmm. But like, he's kind of like the Bucks cheerleader, you know?
Yeah.
And like, he gets to stay on the Bucks, and he has this contract.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're a team who's willing to pay this money for him and like have the family stay together, I think the family being together is like the main thing for them.
Gotcha.
So I think as long as they pay Thanasis.
One of them's on a different team, or one of them is not in the league yet?
So there's 5 of them actually. Their oldest brother, who like he never grew up in Greece, I think he's like a rapper. And then
because their family's from Nigeria originally,
yes.
right? And then they moved to Greece.
Yeah, so
and he was
I
born
think
in Greece.
yeah, he was born in Greece, and I think Thanasis was too, because those are all Greek names. Like they all have Greek names except for the oldest one.
Yeah.
And
I found that out today too. I did not know this until like 30 minutes before the show.
No, I remember I was talking to someone at the preschool I worked at, and they're like, how do you know how to pronounce his name? And I was like, because it's a Greek name. And they're like, no, it's not. I'm like, his last name's not, but like literally all, like, why are you telling me it's not a Greek name? Like,
yeah. What?
I know like multiple people at my church with that name. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah. That's weird. That's bizarre.
Yeah.
But no, I guess maybe he will stay.
I hope so. I mean, if not, like, do what you got to do, homie. And I'm going to follow you wherever you go. So if you go to Golden State, I'm going to be a Golden State fan.
You going to move to San Fran?
I'm not moving, but like I'll watch that team then. Because I told you, I was like, I just watched the Bucks. But if he goes to that team, I'm watching them.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I hope they get him.
So
that would be terrible for the city of Milwaukee.
Shut up.
They'll lose so much money.
I was like, don't even say that.
I'm sure they're pissed that this year that we didn't go any further
No,
in the
I hope
playoffs.
he doesn't move and he stays here forever.
We gotta get some other talent around him. That was bad.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I told you my brother just like loves the Bucks, loves him. Yeah. And he found out about this cafe that Yanni wanted to work at when he was a kid. And they were just like, no, you can't work here. Like, you're going to learn how to play basketball and you're going to be a basketball player. And then they gave him and his brother like sandwiches and like drinks and stuff, like some juice after practice and things. And he drove him to like certain games that were out of town, different things like that.
Really?
This cafe owner. And my brother's like, we went to Sepalia, which is the village the part of the city that Yanni grew up in. And we saw like the original court that he played on. And there's like a mural painted on it. And my brother's like, I want to find where this cafe is. So the first year we went, we weren't able to find it. Yeah. And then the next summer we went, we found it, and they had so much stuff in it. Like, all these balls that were like signed by the whole team, like the whole Greek team, like so many things that were like autographed, just these pictures and like things everywhere. So they're still really good friends with them. Yeah. And we met the owners there, and my brother was just excited because he's like,
freaking out, I imagine.
Yeah. And my dad was talking to them, and my dad's obviously better at speaking Greek because he's from Greece. Yeah. And they were saying, oh, we want to come to Milwaukee and like surprise him at the game. And so my dad was like, oh, I have a restaurant in the Milwaukee area. If you come, like, add us on Facebook and we will like meet up with you or whatever, and like we'll treat you at the restaurant. Yeah. So they come to America and they hit us up right away, and we were like chauffeuring them around. We brought them to the restaurant. We brought them to like different things around the city. Like we showed them the big like Yanni mural, different things like that. And we were like taking pictures and just like posting it on Facebook or whatever. And then that made the news in Greece too.
Jesus, you guys are famous in Greece,
I'm just out here. Yeah. And Yeah, but now they're like really good family friends, and it's like really crazy to think about that we're friends with them, because it's like in the summertime, like last summer, they had us go to a restaurant, and they're like, do you want to drive in my car? And like we were in the same car that like Thanasis and Yanni like drove to games in.
Yeah, that's
and
kind of
like
cool to
I
think
went
about.
to their apartment, and they had like their handprints on the wall, and like they
It's
were
a big ass
signed.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they were signed on the wall and stuff, and I was like, what? So that was crazy.
That's really cool, dude.
Yeah.
That's, you know what's, I think it's really special about when you have a player like Giannis who's just like, I mean, he's insane. Like
Yeah.
he really is insanely good. And the fact that he's from a country like Greece where there is this like strong cultural pull, you know, I think that's got to mean a lot for the people
Yeah,
of Greece,
for sure.
you know, and of course you're mentioning that people are big Bucks fans now. I imagine.
Yeah.
I'm sure the game, when you have international players that then come and have success in the NBA, that's going to grow the league as well. Because
And,
people that
like,
probably never gave a fuck about basketball are like, well, shit, dude, he was here. That could be
and
someone
the thing
else.
too is like he comes back like every single summer, and he like makes these great opportunities. Like he has like a school where he teaches people basketball there.
Oh, that's cool.
Like he has so many different things. Like he's always like coming around and like doing those things and like giving back to the communities there. So
yeah,
I think that's
badass.
really awesome.
Giannis, we're gonna have to get you on the show, man.
Dude, yes.
That'd be crazy. Dude.
Thanasi's
He wouldn't fit in
married
this.
to me.
Yeah. I don't think either one of them would fit in this studio. They both be heads on the
They're
ceiling.
giant. Dude, okay, so the first time when I had the picture, I met Thanasis, and that was really fun. But then after that, that's when like the bit of me marrying him started, and it was like getting really intense. And then
it was heating up. There was, you know,
yeah, it was
opportunities
just like the
arising.
bit, you know. Well, because like the thing is like I would post like little things about it on my story and
Yeah.
like tag him in it, because I'm like, what are the odds he looks at it? And he would see my story every time, and I'm like, I'm red as a tomato because I'm just a dork, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I would post like these.
but
Like,
he's watching though.
yeah, and he saw them, and I'm like, dude, one time he sent me the fire emoji.
Dude.
Yeah, because I wore a Thanasi shirt. My dad got it for me in Greece.
Shit.
So he sent me the fire emoji, and I was like, oh my God, we're getting married. Ah.
Dude.
And then I got like really weird and in my head about it, so I went to another meet and greet. And, like,
You went to another meet and greet to meet him
went to
again?
another one, and
Did he recognize you?
no, because it was right after I shaved my head, so I wore a wig.
Shit.
And I was just really excited to be there, and like so excited, bro. Like my brother, he was like, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my whole life, because I legit was so starstruck. Because the thing is, we were one of the first people there, so we were like fifth in line. So I saw him walk in, and I didn't have enough time to like get my brain together after that, because he was in the shade of green that I thought he looked really cute in. I didn't have enough time to like get myself together, and then all of a sudden we were just like up there with him, and
Yeah.
the whole time I was just like
You just didn't say anything?
I didn't say anything.
You just stood next to him for the picture.
Yeah. And he didn't know I was taking a picture. My brother was taking a video.
Yeah.
And I didn't say anything like, hey, can we get a picture? I just turned around and was like and he was like on his phone texting, and he's like oh. And it's like on video.
Does he say anything in the meet and greets, or is he...
So my brother talked to him first, and like my brother kind of like took all my talking points, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
And then I got nervous.
What are you talking? I've always wondered this on a meet and greet, because I haven't met many famous people, but
Yeah.
I've met some people that I've looked up to. I met comedian Andrew Schultz, and it was,
Oh, okay.
and I'm a big fan of his. And when I met him, I was super nervous as well. Like
Yeah.
I saw him standing by. He was just standing off the side of a bar after he just did this show in Madison, and like
Yeah.
killed. And I watched his podcast for years. I'm like, dude, this guy's hilarious. And he's standing by himself, and I'm like, I look at McKenna. I'm like, should I go say something? She's like, go fucking say something to him.
Yeah.
And I go up to him. I have no idea what to say. I'm just like, hey, Andrew. And I like stick my hand out, so fucking dumb looking.
And then it's all sweaty.
Yeah. And then he like shakes my hand. I'm
He
like,
shakes your hand, and then it's like slime.
And I'm proud that I was able to get the I was like, I love your podcast and you're so funny, man. And then I was like, can we get a picture? And like, I didn't think I was even gonna be able to get that out. But then like,
Yeah.
I took the most awkward picture with him. Like we're like, he's quite a bit taller than me,
Yeah.
and we're both like, and it was just so bad. But I can't imagine, like, he didn't really
Oh
say
my
much.
God,
He just
yeah.
said thanks, man. Like whatever. What is somebody say at a meet and greet. Like
that's the thing, because it's just
person.
like there's so many things like that they've heard so many times, you know? Because like for me, like what am I gonna say to you? Like, oh, you're so funny. Oh, I really like your comedy, you know, like that type of thing. It's just like, okay, duh, you like my comedy. That's why you're here.
That's why you're
like,
a fan.
Yeah, exactly. So it is always like a weird thing. Like, what am I gonna talk to this person about?
I feel like if I were the person and people like paid money to meet me, I feel like I would just cry. Like
Mine wasn't a paid meet and greet. Mine was I don't know why, but like I met the Nazis at, I think, Metro Market both times.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a planned thing by the Bucks, but it's like free to the community.
Oh, he just pulls up.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And DJ Shauna's there, like.
Dude, I saw it. Dude, okay. You know what? I'm gonna tell this story because it was weighing on me this past weekend. We went for a walk, and DJ Shauna. There is a mutual. I had somebody on my podcast who DJ Shauna had on her podcast. Like I had a connection there. Like this is like 3 years ago. When I first found out about DJ Shauna, 4 years ago. I've been following her since. I've been reaching out to her like regularly. Like I'm a fan of what she does. I think it's really cool what she stands for.
Too busy
no,
for you.
she don't. She hasn't answered anything, right? So then TikTok becomes big. I have a bigger following than her on TikTok. So I'm like, oh, I'll message her on TikTok. Still doesn't answer. But we were on a walk the other day, and I walked right by her. We're on the Riverwalk here in Milwaukee, and I walked past, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that was fucking DJ Shauna. And then I'm like, McKenna, should I say something? She's like, well, I don't know. We're walking right now. And so I'm like, you're right. I'm like, I shouldn't say anything. That'd be fucking dumb. So we just walk past. We come back to our apartment. We're like at the park across the street, and we're just chilling for a second at the fucking tables. And she comes out of, I'm not going to say where because I don't want to fucking dox myself, but she comes out of this place for food and sits down at a fucking table like 10 feet from us. And I'm like, and we sat there for 15 minutes debating if I should go say hello to her or not and be like introduce myself.
Hey, sorry to bother you.
But like, what am I gonna say? Like, hey, I've been trying to fucking DM you for fucking.
I'd be
3
like,
years.
hey, are you DJ Shauna? That's what I'd say.
I don't know. I didn't know.
I don't know. I guess
I didn't know if it'd be weird to be like, hey, I'm a fan,
bro. What did we talk about before?
What?
You gotta put yourself out there. I feel like there was a specific thing that we were saying earlier. We've got to be more delusional. Something like that.
Yeah, gaslight myself. I should have gaslit myself.
Yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I just sat there. I was like, because
she's like, at the end of the day, like everyone's just a person, you know?
I just didn't know if she's like, it's like I don't know what day of the week it was. But
or like if you're being like bothersome to them. That's true. Like
if
they're just like trying to have their like meal.
Yeah.
Like,
I just hate that feeling. Like even recently I tried to do a video where I was like interviewing people in the mall, and I just like, I don't like doing that. I would be fine like setting up a stand and then like having a sign, and people that want
like,
to do it, they come to me. But I don't like people going about their day and then being like, hey, like do this thing for me, or like, hey, let me like stop you from what you're doing. So I just didn't want to like, she was with somebody and they were eating food, and I didn't want to be like, hey, are you
honestly,
DJ Shauna,
that's
whatever.
super valid. I can't hate the player.
But like maybe, I don't know, because then McKenna brought up a good point. She's like, if somebody came up to you and we were on a date eating and they were like, are you Darren Rita? Like you would be jacked up. You would be happy. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm a narcissist. So like I would have been like, let's fucking go. Someone knows who I am.
Disney, I was a like, I don't want to say influencer because that sounds like a lot of people,
yeah.
But I had like a little bit of a following before I left, and when I was there, the account no longer exists anymore, but it was Disney Daydreams. And I remember I was doing my laundry one day, and like someone was like, wait, are you Disney Daydreams?
No way.
And I've never been recognized for anything else in public. That's the only thing, and that was a cool feeling.
How did you react? Were you like,
bro, I was like, yeah, but it also felt weird. Not like they were disturbing my day, but I feel like when you post things on the internet, you're exposing a lot of yourself.
Oh yeah.
And it's like they know a lot about me. Like if they've watched all my stuff, they know about me, but I don't even know your name. Yeah. So that just like feel like you today, you're like, I don't drink it. I'm like, I know.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. It feels maybe slightly invasive, but it almost
not invasive, but it just like,
because you put it out there, so it's not really like they took it from you.
No, I think it's just like, am I humble? I might be humble, dude.
Maybe
I don't know.
are.
I felt weird because it just felt like I was like here and they were there because like they knew all this about me and I'm like, I don't even know your name. Like I'm looking down on you.
So you were the opposite.
Or
of
maybe
humble.
I have a God complex and I was looking down on.
That's
who knows?
My thing
Get
is
a psychiatrist up in here.
Yeah, my thing is I would be too excited. I think that's what like even with like the meet and greet thing. Like obviously I do entertainment shit. I would love to be, you know, someone that people would want to sit in line for a meet and greet. But I just like think about like the fact like if someone did and them walking up to me and like knowing that they waited in a line, whether they paid or not or whatever, just to see me.
Yeah.
I would get emotional. I know.
That's
I'm just
so cute.
I would, but I
though.
just like think about like I don't know. Like think about even when you go to see him.
Yeah.
Right? He's like you're planning that for your day. You're waiting for however long. Like that's the coolest part of your day. You got a fucking signed picture of him. You bringing it on my podcast, showing people. It means something to you. You know.
This hangs up in my room.
You know, and I like think about like if you brought that kind of joy to somebody else's life. Like,
I feel like
that's a special
is this
thing.
a God complex again? Because I feel like I'd be doing that.
Yeah.
Because like when you're a princess.
Oh, you definitely
Yeah. So it's just like if you say like the simplest thing, like, "Oh my gosh, I love your shirt." Maybe that kid's gonna like never take that shirt off. They're like, Elsa liked this shirt, and they'll go to school. Elsa really liked my shirt.
Definitely get bullied, but. But they would be special for them.
Builds character.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I wasn't brutally bullied, but I'm like, this is how I am, what I am today, baby.
Yeah. That's how it be. Where are we at? Like an hour 20? 2 hours. Oh, we did 2 hours.
Whoa!
Holy shit. Okay,
we're just pals.
We're just going.
Anyone who watched this whole time, thanks so much.
We're flying, yeah. Before we wrap, is there anything else you want to let the people know before we wrap the show here today?
I don't know. Look at me YouTube. I don't know.
Check out the YouTube. Yeah, check out the YouTube. You're on TikTok too then?
My TikTok's kind of baloney, and I just post all my stuff from my shorts on my TikTok. So, I mean, if you want to follow it, I'm not gonna stop you.
Yeah.
But I don't know my TikTok name. It's in the description of my videos on
It's
my channel.
somewhere.
If you're that dedicated.
Yeah. They could follow the YouTube. Check out the YouTube, see what's going on.
Follow my Instagram. Ask me to send you videos of me rubbing stuff on my head.
Yeah, that's where it's at. Or any other weird Instagram requests. That would be a fun segment. That would be something
weird
cool.
Instagram requests.
Like, but invite it. Like, be like,
oh,
send me.
And it's like different things. Like you're like, okay, we get 2 fruit roll-ups, and then we're gonna race who finishes it first, and then they give different challenges for you.
What?
I don't know.
Okay, that's
stop. I haven't been thinking about this.
That's okay. Well, we'll figure that out as we go, as we wrap here. I want to quickly say, first off, thank you for making the time and coming out. It's been a pleasure.
Meet you.
Yeah, no, it's crazy that that we had the Adam as a mutual, and you've been watching the show, and
he for his birthday the other day, he's like, "Can Darren come?" And I like completely forgot you're Darren.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, why are you asking me who you can invite
to your
dinner?
Birthday? Yeah.
And then he's like, no, Darren.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shoot, now I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I've been watching you like in the past few weeks, and I'm like,
yeah, no,
I'm gonna be on his show.
He said that he was like, he's like, is it okay if Koko's gonna be here? Like, or he didn't say that first. He was like, your guest on, and what is today, the 29th?
Yeah.
Or he's like, your guest on the 29th is gonna be here. Like, is that
how do you
okay?
know who that is?
I was like, I literally was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I was like so confused. And he was like, Koko's gonna be. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I don't care if I meet somebody before they're on the show. I was like, I knew you before you were on the show. Like, that's usually but so that was interesting. But I'm glad we finally got to meet, and hopefully we'll be seeing more of each other. I appreciate you making time. I want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in live today, and those that are going to listen over on Spotify or here on YouTube days or years and years after. I also want to say a quick shout out to our patrons for supporting the channel. Should be up on the channel. They should be up on the screen right now. Really appreciate you guys. If you're interested in getting behind the scenes access to extra podcasts, extra videos, as well as a series where I break down how I make every single one of my songs, go to patreon.com/Darren Rita. You can help support the channel for as little as $1. So shout out to them, and you get your name on the screen every week. Also, I want to say a quick shout out to Kenosha. Not Kenosha. I'm from Kenosha. Shout out Kenosha. This business that I'm about to shout out is also, the owner is from Kenosha. Go Nutz. Shout out Go Nutz for sponsoring this episode. Hey, well, that was a good save, as good as it could have been. But appreciate them, and don't forget, if you guys are wanting to pre-order, the link is down below. With all that being said, this has been the 204th 4th episode of the dtalks podcast. I will see you guys next week.